Hey, gamers! Welcome back to another DSP video. We are going through the journey of watching the previous week's, nonsense. Uh, Man, it is so funny.
Incredibly early.
I'm like lost in the sauce. I don't remember what I saw, what I didn't see. I'm so I'm so confused. I don't think it was this. I think we saw this last time, if I remember correctly. But we'll move on to this. I'm just gonna skip around, I guess. Because it's funny that that whole week he really literally said the same thing over and over and over for a week. It's like he was really conditioning us to really believe his little guys Asmund made me popular again. So we're just gonna go through this and I'll skip through the boring stuff. I do have a figure drawing class today as I record this, so I can't go super long. But let's get going.
And if you've only been watching my channel since the last time I did a podcast, you're going to notice that what's going on? Some things have changed. Today, we have a lot to talk about because since Monday's interview with Asmund Gold, things...
It's funny, he's saying this as Raw's displaying 162 current viewers. And he's like, a lot has changed. It's the same amount of views. As he's so hyped. He's so excited that he got a bump from a big content creator and like people are just giving him more money. Again, it will be interesting to see where this is gonna lead. But just remember, like, we're also through the holiday blitz, dude. So we can see an influx of generous people because, you guys, you know, 'tis the season. And especially now it's December 1st. So we're gonna get a lot of lolcow. Guys, it's the holiday season. Everyone should be happy. It's so annoying, and he like diminishes the value of Christmas and the meaning behind it, because like you should be a good person, correct? Like usually every day. But when he goes on saying that, guys, it's Christmas, you should be happy, it's like he kind of says like we should just do it for the sake of it and not because we should be good people. Like, guys, like, you know, it's just performative. It's really weird. As I said, this guy runs his streams like a retail store. Like, you know how you go to Target, now they have this stupid fucking policy where Target employees have to, like, if they're in a certain proximity of you, they have to smile at you. That's DSP. That's how he runs his business. When the camera's on, smile. But he's not fake like these other fucking dumb fuck big streamers.
Things have definitely been affected in a negative way for my trolls, because now things are looking up.
Oh my god.
Definitely been affected in a negative way.
Again, he wants a then like he has this man
for my troll.
He can't deliver anything. He's like, they happen negatively for my troll. Like, okay, man, like, sure.
Because now things are looking up. Views, attendance, engagement, subs. I've already made big positive changes.
Yeah, but these positive changes only happened because he went Asmund Gold's like podcast. Like you know, in the grand scheme of things, this does not bode well for people who want to be a longtime fan, because if they ever get the thought in their head, this guy never made these positive changes for years of being around his loyal viewers. So what kind of change will he do for us, right? Like, it's kind of clear he's just not going to make any other changes because he thinks this is it. This is what people want. The end. Anything else is bad suggestions.
We're going to talk all about this today, including what was the perception of what was going to go down on Monday versus what was the reality of the outcome. We're going to look at
This is so annoying when he said that, because I was thinking in the back of my mind, he was kind of like whatever about it, and he was kind of like, well, he's gonna ask the same drama questions and all this other shit. Like, he kind of like went in line with what the trolls thought it was gonna happen, and now he's like, see, it didn't go this way. Like, dude, you kind of like participated in think of being a doomer about it too.
Sub increases. We're going to look at your direct feedback in the last 48 hours on my content, on how to improve it and how
Sub
to increase
increases.
the trajectory of growth.
Wait,
we're going to look at your direct feedback in the last 48 hours on my content, on how to improve it and how to increase the trajectory of growth.
I thought I said decrease.
Increases. We're going to look at your direct feedback in the last 48 hours on my content, on how to improve it. And
I thought we already did the improvements, but this is I'm kind of remembering why I wanted to watch this little podcast, because look how he gets a new influx of viewers, and the first thing he wants to talk about is, how can I expand my reach, guys? Let's grow my channel. I thought you already grew your channel. And he told his audience for years he did want to grow his channel. He was happy where it was. And now we're all about growth. But he's not a chill, guys. He doesn't chill.
And how to increase the trajectory of growth. So we've got a lot to talk about today. A lot of
And he told people in the past he knows what he's doing. This is his job. Why does he need to listen to anybody?
Very, very positive stuff. I'm very excited, because today is the very first episode of the Level 1 podcast that I'm essentially making for a totally new audience. So sit back and relax. It is time
a new audience.
For the show.
Ah, yes, the 173 people.
The Level 1 podcast begins here on DSP Gaming. Alrighty, everybody. Good morning and welcome to the show. Today is Wednesday. I'm going to have a split audience.
So he summarizes what he's gonna do, does the intro. After the intro, summarizes again what he's gonna do.
We're gonna have people who are my regulars, who have been along for the ride for a very long time, know all about this show, and know the deal. But there's also going to be many of you who are newcomers, people who have just subscribed to the channel, over 8,000 of you. And I'm hoping that you will enjoy the show as well, but you're probably wondering, what's it all about? Don't you talk to your audience every day? What is this Level 1 podcast?
Oh my god, now we're explaining what a podcast is. Dude, they supposedly, right, watch Asmongold. They know what talking to a camera is. Guys, I'm doing a DSP video right now. I'm doing a detractor video, as they say in the business. I'm gonna like listen to what he says, then criticize it and say my opinion about what he's saying, so that you have an idea of what my thoughts are. That's what I'm gonna do, guys.
Podcast, right? So I do a podcast usually 2 to 3 times a week. When I do a podcast, I basically have set topics where I feel I want to.
Whoa, set topics. This is complete bullshit. Yesterday he had a podcast, and he was gonna talk about some AI thing that YouTube is using. And guess what? Get this, right? People were already telling him, oh, I think the YouTube AI thing is gonna be bad. It's gonna false flag channels and this, that, blah, blah, blah. He then said, it's not gonna affect anyone. It's not a big deal. He kind of downplayed it a lot. He gets a news story that shows that it did something bad. We could talk about. I think we're just gonna hang out. Didn't want to talk about it. He has set topics, by the way, but he didn't want to talk at all about the YouTube story that he found. Okay, like he keeps hyping up news stories, then he just drops them. It's so annoying. I still get mad thinking he was gonna do a segment talking about how the trolls were trying to make him say things, and to this day, I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I wish he highlighted it. I wish he showed it. But he did the Q&A instead. It was so annoying. I hated it. I hate when he hypes up segments and then he just drops them because he's bored. He loses interest and he moves on.
to address them in kind of a formal format.
And then he explains again what a podcast is in 2025. Dude, we know what a podcast is. Like, why don't you just do the podcast and then they can like, dude, I get turned on to a podcast, right? Does the person have to explain to me what the podcast is? No, come on.
Maybe I know exactly what talking points I want to make about each topic. This could include news stories. It could include current events. It could be about gaming or otherwise. But usually,
I love he talks about current events. How often does this dude talk about current events? And honestly, he should never talk about current events. It's fucking scary. It's so scary what he's gonna say. It's like, I don't want to hear. Okay, guys. So today in the news, they're talking about the the Supreme Court ruled that water is now banned. Now, I love water, but actually, if you listen to it, it kind of makes sense. Like, it's just like, what the fuck are we doing? I don't want to listen to him talk about that. Like, and he tells other people to stay in their lane, and this dude, like, is threatening us with a potential of going outside his lane. But, like, it's such over-promising. He's gonna talk about current events. Right. Yeah, okay, man.
Usually, it's on topic about gaming. This is also the place where I talk about my own schedule, events, planning of those kind of things. We talk about games that I'm playing. We talk about games that I could potentially play in the future.
And games he's not gonna play, like Arc Raiders, though. Wait, no, he's playing that.
This is basically a nice place for to have interactive discussion with the audience, but also for me to cover topics. You know, I do just talk with the audience every day on stream. That's a little different because usually there's a game involved here.
Like, look how much explaining he has to do to this audience. Like, he still does not respect anybody's time because these are all just filler words to fill time. Like, he literally talks about how these podcasts allow him to fill time. And it's like, why? Oh, I just want to kill time, so let's just shoot the shit. Like, and I remember he used to hype up the no podcast days as, well, I have nothing else to talk about, maybe I'll do a no podcast day. Well, guess what, gang? He does that anyway. He does a podcast. I don't have anything to talk about, so we're gonna do Q&A. I thought you don't do a podcast if you have nothing else to talk about. But instead, it's a pattern. It's one day podcast, one day no podcast. He wants to end his work week with a podcast and start the next week with a podcast. That's his whole strategy. It's so lame.
It's just a dedicated show to spend time with the fans and viewers so that we can, brainstorm, but also I can give you my opinions. Sometimes I react to like a game trailer or, for example,
when he reacts to game trailer, this isn't even true. Like, you have to, like, beg him to watch the trailer, and then you have to wait. If he decides, then you have to wait for whenever he decides he wants to sacrifice the ad revenue. Like, he still bitches and moans about the fucking react he did for the Mario movie, which was a shit react. It was so obvious he wanted to hate it, and it's like, dude, like, I get criticizing children movies so that you're not just making slop for them, blah blah blah, but at the same time, like, how much are you expecting for a Mario movie? Like, there's enough to expect where it's not, like, ridiculous. And he's like, this is off all the Mario is not a story-driven game. And he's talking about that, but then he hyped up the Fallout series because there's no Fallout game. It's so dumb and bad. And then it was like, oh, react to the gameplay trailer. It's like, you have to wait for whenever he decides, and then he may not even do it anyway.
Example, just last week, I reacted to the big Steam announcement of all of their new hardware, like the Steam machine and stuff like that, that'll be coming out next year. So that's really the purpose of the podcast, okay? The thing is, most people who are newcomers to the channel don't know about it. You guys just joined, right? So you're not aware of what the difference is, and hopefully after today, you'll give the show a look. Oh my god,
why don't you have faith in these fucking viewers, dude? Like, they could just, I don't know, watch the Level 1 podcast and find out. But he has to explain them because he thinks his viewers are fucking stupid. Like, it's so obvious. He has said in the past multiple times, unprovoked, mind you, that he thinks the common viewer is stupid, and he has to explain it to them because they may be led astray or whatever the fuck. It's so obvious, and it's annoying, and it's like, dude, how dumb do you think they are?
Whether or not you want to follow it, I have viewers who literally only watch my podcast. They'll only come to watch the level 1 podcast. They don't watch the gaming streams or whatever.
Oh my god, he acts as if this is like a very unique thing to him. God, dude, there are people who watch a lot of things that they may not watch something else of theirs. Whoa.
They're just here for the discussion, and then they're off, and they come back when there's another podcast, and that's okay. Okay, so I try to do it like every other day. It would be a rare time when I would actually do the show like 2-3 days in a row, unless there's a lot going on in news to cover.
No, that never happens. That never happens. There were literal days he didn't do a podcast where there was a lot of news stories, and then he would hype up the next podcast. That is complete bullshit. Shut up.
Now, to be fair, all right, I'm no Asmongold, okay? I don't pull in those numbers, and I don't cover a lot of drama, because a lot of people tend to think, well, this is probably the show where Phil is going to go react to people who are talking about him and doing all of that. No.
Again, like, what is like a big problem with DSP is that, again, there's no vision to his content. Like, there's no, like, I don't know. I find it hard to really, like, tune in to the gameplay without watching a react or watching someone else, like, filter it, right? Like, it's really hard because he offers nothing. Because he uses the podcast to kind of burn through a lot of things he could talk about because he can't talk while he games. And he lets himself fall into the pitfall of, I gotta perform like good gameplay or they're gonna make fun of me kind of nonsense, when he could just, like, not care. It's really weird, and it kind of, like, locks him down into boring content. It's very easy for his content to kind of, like, reach a dead end.
It's not. There has been some of that in the past, but I've basically in the last year made a concerted effort to stay out of drama and make this a more serious show about gaming and my own.
This is really annoying to listen to when he's bragged about not doing drama and all that stuff before Kino Casino, and said that his content is so serious and better and this, that, like, he literally bragged about that when he was complaining about Lolcow Live and RTU, like, right before he did Kino Casino. And he told us he did that to snake them and to rob the casino. And suddenly, it's like, I made a concerted effort. Yeah, because you weren't doing anything else with them. Like, you kind of have to force them or entice them. Like, you have to, like, lure a pig into a trap. Because that's all DSP is. He's a fucking little pig, and you gotta, like, lure him to go where you want him to go.
Own work ethic and discussions about what games to play, etc. That's it. I don't really want to turn this show into some kind of a drama war format where it's reacting to reacting to reacting and talking shit about people. I just don't want to do that. You know, that's the kind of content for other people, and that's fine if that's what they want to do.
Now it's fine. It's so funny to me. He stood on a fucking mountain saying, if you do drama kind of stuff, real content, you're a shitty person. All this stuff. He said all these things. And now he's like, if you like that, that's fine. He called people mouth droolers for liking drama content and shat on them. And now he's like, oh, they're actually pretty cool. And he actually has said this since he worked with Kino Casino. He kind of was flipping on it after, and now he's like doubling down, saying it's fine to like drama content. I thought it was gonna kill people, like the Anna Nicole Smith show. Like, this dude stands for nothing and believes in nothing. Like, he's why people call people grifters. It's this kind of shit where it's like you don't know what he stands on because he has gone back on certain things nonchalantly Like, and he doesn't understand that what he's doing may contradict what he said in the past or whatever. And then when he does, when he's forced to like talk about it, he's like, "Well, I grew up like the time I talk about Minecraft," and it's like, come on, man, shut up.
That's not the route that I want to take. Ever since the interview with Asmongold on Monday, people have been coming out of the woodwork.
But this is dumb though. If he didn't want to do drama, then why did he want to give Asmongold like a drama content, right? Like he only talked about gaming near the end of the interview, and he only wanted to talk to him because of the begging, which he has said he already addressed, and all this other shit. Like, dude, Moist Critical talked about his begging like for a second, and that was enough for DSP to try to not beg as much. Then, Asmongold says basically the same thing. Like, he basically was like, "Oh, DSP begs, oh my god." And actually, it was even a little bit more than that, because he talked about how he was like withholding a chat feature, and then DSP like apologized and gave it back before Asmongold did like another react or whatever the fuck, right? And it's like, you already like remedied the situation technically, and you already know what the problem was. But he only wanted to do it because he knew Asmongold was a big streamer, and he had a chance to kind of leech off of him, because this dude's a parasite. And I get that, like, you know, he's not necessarily cunning to like, because I said this last year as well. Like, I don't think he's capable of like doing this as a yearly thing. But I do think there's going to be a degree. I don't know how to describe it. Like, because you look at the LTG thing, because he said that he's willing to shut an LTG every year during EVO because he wants it to be a yearly thing. It was really weird, and it was like really stupid and cringe. And I think there's going to be a degree of like him trying to farm some kind of drama. I say this very loosely, to get an influx of support. And it could be anything, I think. I don't know how to describe it, but we'll have to see what happens next year. Because the Asmongold kind of was that, but it also came like in December. But I think he's, because I don't know. We'll see next year, I guess. But I do think there is a degree of him like orchestrating something. I don't know, because I don't want to give him too much credit, because I don't think he's a cunning guy, but he's a very opportunistic little piggy. Like, he sees an opportunity and he knows how to milk it.
Woodwork to try to put my name in their mouth so they can get a rise, because everyone's talking about me since the interview. And it's hilarious the amount of people who've been like, you know, name dropping me. "Oh, look at this with Phil and this and that." It's like, this is crazy.
This is, oh my god, this is so silly.
Talking about me. Ever since the interview with Asmongold on Monday, people have been coming out of the woodwork to try to put my name in their mouth so they can get a rise.
He said people were doing that before. Oh, they want to reference me because they want to get a quick pap and shat on them. And now he's like, "Whoa, it's so weird. They're like referencing me and talking about me." And it's like, dude, they've done this before, and it's not even different. Like, they're talking about him, and it's still kind of negative. Like, they still call him like a shitty gamer. They still talk about his fappening, and they still talk about the begging to a degree. Like, that, like, it's really not that different. Like, he's acting as if like people are like, "Whoa, that Phil guy is really cool."
Because everyone's talking about me since the interview. And it's hilarious the amount of people who've been like, you know, name dropping me. "Oh, look at this with Phil and this and that." It's like, this is crazy. Like, you're not relevant.
And then he calls other people not relevant. Now, I guess you could argue he might be talking about Stuttering Craig, but I think he's also talking about generally anybody that references him. You know, whatever. Like this is why he doesn't say names. But it's like, you name call people all the time, and you're also irrelevant. Like, that's half the reason why I feel like sometimes comment on detractors, "Why are you talking about this irrelevant guy?" Like, even on Twitter, there's accounts I follow where they bring up DSP, they literally bring up saying, "As much as this guy is irrelevant, This guy is kind of like whatever. Like they always bring him up negatively anyway. Like there's accounts I wouldn't expect to talk about DSP that are like like I guess you could say are tourists or whatever, but they still talk to him negatively because he still has a negative connotation. And this Asmongold thing, like that either like cements him more in like a shitty person, or just like is not enough to dissuade people from knowing that this guy is a piece of shit. Like it's so funny. He thinks that the Asmongold interview like made people like see him in a different light when it really hasn't. And, like it really just kind of is like, yeah, he talked to Asmongold because he was begging. Oh, okay. Like, and then he stopped begging, which just makes it seem more pathetic because again, people were telling this for years, and there's a lot of footage of him like doubling down on it, and then like Asmongold said stop it. He's like, okay, like it doesn't make him look like a cool person.
You just why are you name dropping me now? I haven't even mentioned you. What are you talking about? So anyway, I don't care. That's not
again. This has happened before. He would complain about people name dropping him when he has never name dropped him. Like that is half the reason why he shits on Asmongold sometimes in the past. I don't even talk about him. He just talks about me all the time. Okay, man.
It's not what we're gonna do here today.
Right.
Also, I would like to say, welcome to the Roaches. You know, I said, what?
What?
To the what? The Roaches, if you're not aware, Asmongold has been essentially...
I thought that's bad, to name your community stuff. And also, is that even true? Does he even call his fan base the Roaches? I don't think he does. I'm gonna have a hot take and say that I don't think he calls them anything because I don't think he gives a fuck. I think he turns on a stream and he's like, oh, let's talk about shit, and that's it. I don't think I've ever seen a clip of him saying, okay, Roaches, what's up? Like, I've never seen him, like, do that. Like, I feel like this idea that all these big streamers name their audience is a very dated thing, because I don't think they do that anymore. Like, they may call, like, their multiplayer gang, clan, group, whatever names, but that's very different than calling your audience stuff. Like, I don't think they do that. Like, and if they did, it was probably like in the past, and they probably don't do it anymore. I think DSP is the only person I've heard in recent memory that has talked about naming an audience.
Really criticized and made fun of. People have called him a roach, and his fan base.
Does he know why they call him a roach? Like that's what I'm kind of curious about. Because DSP like kind of got into like Wings' business about how he eats and this and that. Does DSP know Asmongold's living situation? Does he know like half these other things? I feel like if you tell him, like, well, that's what people say, but I don't know if it's true. I mean, I don't know, man.
Actually, like, almost lovingly call themselves the Roaches. So I'm well aware that this big...
I've never heard anyone even say this. Like, DSP is the first person I've heard say this. Like, I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Increase in subs and, you know, engagement, likes, comments.
Like, this is why I do feel there's a low-key, like, kind of like a LARP gaslight operation, a psyop, if you will, going on here. Because I feel like someone is kind of gaslighting the fuck out of DSP, telling, yeah, he calls them the Roaches, and this and that. Like, I feel there's something going on. I feel this guy is getting, like, gaslit, like, every other day. Like, it's just, the stuff I hear him say, it's like, there's no way, nobody's, like, telling it, was leading him astray. Because there's no, it's this weird, like, he's saying this very authoritatively, and it's like, you don't watch his content, but you know for a fact he calls them the Roaches. Like, it's so weird.
And views on certain videos is from this group. Welcome. It's this simple. If you like games, if you like chill vibes, and if you just want...
He told his audience for years he's gonna phase out gaming. I love that he shits on PPP about gaming doesn't work when he has always talked about phasing out gaming because of carpal tunnel syndrome, dude. And now he's like, if you like gaming, you'll love me, guys. I'm gonna do gaming forever. That's what I'm all about. I thought we're all about doing other things.
Just want to enjoy the whole idea of gaming culture together, you're in the right spot.
I love this fucking marketing speech. If you like gaming culture, no, I fucking hate gaming culture. Fuck gaming. Like, what's there to talk about? Come on.
Because that's really what DSP gaming is, was, and always will be. It's centered around video games and the love of them. Okay? That doesn't mean that there won't be times when...
I love you talking about the love of gaming, but this dude knows so little about any video game. Like, what's your favorite video game? Always either says he doesn't play favorites or it's some boomer ass baby game he grew up with. What do you think of this game? I don't know, man. And he always like gets negative off the bat when a new game comes out. Like, this dude doesn't love gaming, like, at all. He doesn't want to like play like he bitched and moaned about not playing Metaphor, but he says how Kat loves RPGs. Why doesn't he play Metaphor with her? Why didn't she play Metaphor in front of him? Why doesn't she? Why doesn't he take other interests in playing games he can't play on stream? Hello, like, why doesn't he do these things? Why doesn't he take a more interest in like anything? Like, he will still, like, I kind of want to watch the Mario React that he did because he keeps citing that quote about Nintendo wanting to use movies or whatever, and it was wrong. It was a misquote and it was incorrect and not true at all. And to this day, DSP doesn't know that and he keeps quoting it. And it's not true. Because it was like someone quoted like Nintendo wants to use movies to be the preservation of their game's legacy or whatever, and that's not even true or accurate to what was said. A Twitter account like put that out there, and the people were saying this account has put out like wrong information in the past. Like, it got community noted, it got deleted, it got whatever. And DSP to this day has not corrected the statement and doesn't realize it was fake news. Because he loves gaming. He then, like, when people are, like, upset about, like, the game key cards or anything like that, he still shits on them for, like, not knowing that, oh, when you buy a physical game, you're buying the license. Like, he keeps siding with these corporate fucking decisions half the time. And he only gets mad when it affects him. It's so lame.
Times when there's negativity, if there's something going bad with games too, I don't kiss games' butts. Oh no. I am video games and the love of them. Okay? That doesn't mean
this is such a fucking PR. It's so annoying. You're listening to an ad.
That there won't be times when there's negativity, if there's something going bad with games too. I don't kiss games' butts. Oh no.
Oh no.
I am very honest, okay? I don't have any sponsorships or partnerships where I play a game because it's a promotional opportunity, and
except that he did do that in the past. Like, Sonic and Mario was a fucking review copy. I mean, sure, he didn't praise the game's ass and all this, but he literally, yeah, you know, in reality, he did the thing. Like, there's a Twitter account user by the name Pixel Buster. If you know, you know, but that person got exposed for exploiting game review copies. Like, he would lie to companies frequently, like, yeah, I'm gonna review them. He would get free games, and he either didn't review them or he was very, like, lazy or whatever. Like, it was some shit like that. DSP has done that. He has done that very thing. He got Mario and Sonic from the Olympic Games as a review copy, didn't review it, and then said, thank God I didn't buy this game. He did do a review of the Hori, Joy-Cons, but he got other stuff to review and he never reviewed it. Like, this dude is just as bad as Pixel Buster. It's just that he didn't get called out because he doesn't do it as often to the point where it's worth calling out, and nobody cares. Like, you know, when it's him. Pixel Buster, people started to care because he has done it a lot, and it's like, it became a problem. Like, DSP has not done it to the point where it's a problem. He has done sponsorships. He has done these things. He has done these things.
And I get paid to kiss the game's butt. That doesn't happen here. Here, you always get my honest take on whatever I'm playing. And here you're going to get my honest...
Dude, he played Plants vs. Zombies on stream. EA showed up and people were like, "Oh, EA, you're a bunch of scammers. Fuck you." And he's like, guys, be kind to EA. They were so kind to us. They come by and give us EA codes. They're so cool. Leave them alone. And then, like, when he was too dumb to turn off autopay, he got autopay. Then it was like, "Guys, it's a scam." It's so, like, transparent that he will kiss anything's ass if it benefits him until it doesn't. It's so lame.
My honest opinions on things going on in the gaming industry. Okay, if that's what you're interested in, you're definitely...
And the shit he complains about, it's like he doesn't believe in what he says. Like, he went on and on about how, oh my god, the crunch culture, oh my god. But then he complains when, like, Bethesda unionized. He's like, oh, fucking idiots, they unionized, bunch of idiots. And then, like, when a game gets delayed, he also gets buttered. Like, it's really nonsensical where he lies, and it's like, you know, what do you believe in, right? And then, like, oh my god, I can't think of another example. I had one earlier, but whatever. It is what it is.
Definitely at the right place. Hit that subscribe button and expect content like this moving forward in the future very frequently, because that's pretty much what I'm all about. All right, but again, just to make this abundantly clear, if you're here for drama, if you're here for angry arguments with other creators and me responding to the response to the response to the shit talking to...
But he has done this before. The only reason why he's saying this is because nothing's happening right now. Like, that's literally it. Like, once there's, like, something to respond to, like, if like, Donald Trump goes on camera and says, I have a huge problem with DSP Gaming. I don't like what he does over there. I don't like that he is talking about the industry or whatever the fuck. Or if, like, whatever. Let's say there's something more direct. I don't know why I brought the Trump thing, because I don't think he would have said anything because he'd be too scared. He'd be too scared to talk about the president, I bet. You know, Trump will say that and Diesel will take it. He'll take it like a bitch. But anyways, if another YouTuber were to shit on him, he would have to respond, because he would respond simply because he thinks the viewer would be so stupid they would believe a random stranger or whatever over him. Like, that's all it would take.
To the this, to the that. That's not what this is about whatsoever. All right? It's about moving forward positively and moving upward positively. Okay? There's been things in my past that I'm not proud of.
And upwards.
A lot of people have had that come to light.
It's
about moving forward positively and moving upward positively. Okay? There's been things...
He literally talked about the past, but whatever.
In my past that I'm not proud of.
He's not proud of. No, you are proud of it, because if you weren't proud of it, you wouldn't be so defensive about people calling out your past behavior. Like, he gets so, he's like, I apologize for the Dead Space video. I apologize. I don't know why people keep bringing it up. It's like, well, yeah, you apologize, but, well, you know, some people may not accept the apology. He acts as if you apologize, that means you're absolved, and that's the end of it. Like that. Like, come on. He got defensive over the slave trade joke, even though, like, he could have very easily just been like, oh yeah, that was bad, blah blah blah. But no, he's very like, you know, maybe I wouldn't say he's proud, but to say he's not proud of it is, like, insane. He doesn't care, if anything, and he gets very defensive if the wrong person brings it up.
A lot of people have had that come to light because that's all you've ever heard of me. You've heard my detractors highlight my bad moments, but you don't actually get to see the real, honest truth of what the content is that I make. Well, now you're here.
Yeah, but it's like a constant spin zone, because people had a problem with Champions, not because he played the game or he put money into it, but this was going on during the Save the House arc, where he was talking about his taxes, he was overdrafting his bank account, blah, blah, blah. Guys, tip me, I need to pay the bills. As he was playing a mobile game and spending money. He says in the Aspen Gold interview he spent like $25,000 on WWE Champions. Like, roughly. And, that's still a lot of money to put into a mobile game. As I said before, he could spend $100 in WWE Champions, and people could still argue that's wasting money. Like, you're not only are you supporting a predatory game that's focused on getting their hooks into your wallet and giving credence to mobile game structures, blah blah blah, but you're also just that $100 could have been saved. Like, the money he put towards that game could have gone to anything else. And he keeps saying that, oh, the trolls are upset that I played the game. No. But he's so disingenuous, and he knows that the Asmongold viewers may not look that deep. It's very easy to, like, highlight that it's a mobile game and downplay the fuck out of it, because it's very hard to, like, because it's a lot of videos to go through. Like, come on. And nobody really, like, presses him on that. The closer you got was that Side Scrolls interview. But that was kind of focused more on proving that he was down from the rafters. But now I feel like the next thing that people should like push, if W Champions is a dead end, what they could really like poke and prod with him at this point is highlighting the real reason why people are upset with him and explain it to him, because he doesn't understand it. And kind of poke and prod these kind of angles that and this is the other thing that we may get into with these videos I want to react to. But he acts as if now that he has this newfound thing and he's no longer begging, there's nothing else at all to criticize, and there's nothing else for people to like be upset with. But there are other issues within his commentary that's not just begging. It's how he treats his viewers, and it's how fake he is. There's all these other issues that are still there, and he expects ass pats for doing. Guys, I'm no longer begging. Okay, but there's other issues with your content, dude.
Welcome, and hopefully you guys will enjoy. Now, I want to make something abundantly clear to those who are here live, because those of you watching on demand, you probably, check out the video comments. You might notice this video might have a lot more comments than usual. You might have a lot of upvotes because people have been upvoting all my content recently, and that's amazing, and thank you so much for that. That will help this channel in the algorithm. But you may notice something.
He's highlighting liking videos as if people are doing just to help him with the algorithm, not for anything else. Why? Like, he kind of takes away the whole point of the like system. The whole point for the creator to see likes and dislikes is to know what people like when what they put out. He only wants it just for engagement. It's kind of disgusting, and it kind of takes away the concept. Like, sure, more YouTubers are saying like and subscribe and comment, blah blah blah, but they don't tell you why, right? Because presumably you would think, okay, they're saying to like the video, but do I like the video? Like, there's a presumption of agency that the viewer could have in liking the video that you can presume that the content creator is looking for. But DSP only wants people to do it just to game the system.
Something when it comes to the chats, and I just want to make this clear. I have two chat rooms. One is on my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming on YouTube, and one is on my channel, DSP Gaming Real on K. I'm not kidding you if I tell you in the last 48 hours, I've had a whole bunch of newcomers come to my channels and start watching and said, Bill, there's a weird difference between the chats. The YouTube chat.
I got a question about this, right? So he got an audience on the YouTube audience, right? So you go to DSP Gaming's YouTube channel and you watch it. How would you know, as a YouTube viewer, that his kick chat is different? And conversely, if you're on Kick, how would you know what the YouTube audience is? This is like he's really talking only to the raw Phil viewers. Like, that's all he's talking about. And this is really dumb. Get a load of this.
Chat seems to be really positive. Like, everyone there seems to actually, like, be a fan of you, and they talk positively, and it's like a hangout session. But then when I go to the Kick chat, it seems like at least half the people there are saying negative things, toxic things, nasty things. They're saying sarcastic remarks about you.
This is kind of dumb. Like, I don't know how true that is, honestly, because a lot of his posts that I've just been seeing offhand is either shitting on YouTube chat or whatever, or they're shitting on the game he's playing, or whatever, or that they're kind of emboldening Phil's like rant against trolls sometimes. Like, that's all I see from his Kick chat. Like, I don't see a lot of like people be like, Phil is a doo-doo head, or shit or anything like that. It's really just shit like this, and it's like it's just a bunch of like jokes like that. And YouTube is just like YouTube.
And I don't understand the difference, okay? I guess I should explain.
Oh yeah, then the Kick chat also, like, I just remember this guy's talking about tip in the Kick chat, which reminded me. The other thing Kick chat does is talk about money. Like, and this is really dumb what he has to say. Guys, maybe you noticed this, and like, get a load of this.
Explain the difference, all right? I've been a full-time YouTuber since 2011, okay? DSP Gaming existed since 2010, before I even had it as a job. This channel has existed for over 15 years, and this is my long-standing place where I do gameplay content every day, where I stream every day. That's where the true fan base lies. I have only been live streaming on Kick.
I love he's saying that YouTube is the true fan base, and low-key shitting on Kick viewers. Like, he kind of like really spells it out that he does not see Kick chat as his true fans, and just sees them as a number. He just sees them as passive income, literally.
On Kick for a year. And quite honestly, I started live streaming on Kick as a result of doing a big collaboration last year with some drama farmers called Kino Casino.
Okay.
When I started working with them and I started streaming on Kick, a lot of their viewership started watching me there. Well, I cut off that collaboration early this year when it went toxic. They were trying to drag me down into this real...
He already was dragged down. I'm sorry. He cannot say this. This is like, you know, your drug dealer gets you on heroin, and then you're like, then like a month later, you're trying to come clean. And you're like, well, no, that's not a good example. Damn it. But you know what I mean. Like, he literally did a lot of the things that they told him to do. Like, it's not convincing to say, well, they were trying to drag me to do other stuff. They already dragged you there, dude. You had to show in your underwear. Like, come on.
Awful place. And have me be stuck making all kinds of drama content I didn't want to make.
Again, he's acting as if, like, these people are like a network and they got him on a contract, or they were going to get him roped into a contract. And that's not what happened. Like, at all. And the stuff that they had him do was the stuff he already has done in the past anyway. Think about it. He has done reacts in the past. He has reacted to drama content before. He has done interviews in the past. Like, honestly, the interview with Steve Cambion is like the same shit with side scrollers. It was a little bit more like insane comparatively, which is really funny to me because I think I said this when I like talked about it, where it's like there was more of a reason to be more skeptical about the Steve Cambion offer and to be more like, okay, this is bad or whatever, than the side scrollers seemed more fair in sheer comparison. Like, comparatively, the side scrollers seemed way more fair than Steve Cambion. Come on.
So I cut the cord, and they don't like that, so now they hate me.
And this is dumb. This is dumb, right? Because, again, back when the whole reason why Asmongold like even talked about DSP was because of DSP's reactions. When he apologized, guess what he said? I understand that the Kick chat's like the rowdy, the rambunctious chat. Like, he said that was by design. So that it's like, So he has like 2 chats and it's like fun, interactive. And now he's like, yeah, these people hate me because I broke up with the Kino Casino, and acted as if like these are like scorned like people. That all these people were upset. If they're so upset, right? Wouldn't they do, I don't know, more than just the kind of shit that they've been saying? And he'd ban them anyway. This is complete nonsense to kind of like be a victim. This is just to be a victim.
Their fan base is kind of mixed. A lot of their fan base, they don't necessarily hate me. They like to hate watch me, so they stick around. And so what you're going to notice...
So what is the difference? Look, this is so dumb. He shits on people that hate watching him all the time. Oh, but you want to know why? He gets paid for it. And he brags about this in this video, which is so funny to me because he pretended as if that wasn't why. But I knew for a fact that was why. Because this dude is penny incentivized. Like, if he can make a penny on something, he'll do it. He has no dignity. Like, he's literally letting these people go to his little streams, throw pennies on the ground, and he's willing to bend over to pick them up. That's DSP right there.
Notice is in the Kick chat room. A lot of the people in...
And remember, he told the Wings that, oh, you should focus on the people who love you. These people lead in lolcow stuff. My guy, having a chat full of people who hate watching you and all this stuff, and allowing them to get pennies off of their view is literally leading to lolcow shit. Come on.
In there are holdoffs from the Kino Casino days, and they're there saying toxic things, doing toxic things, and you might say, well, then why do you keep them around? Well, it's because, number one, I get paid for their attendance because I'm in the KCIP program.
Yeah, but, again, notice the change in attitude. Before, I like the duality of the chats. One is super positive, the other one's crazy and chaotic. Now it's, I get paid for their view. So, like, you know when he brags how he no longer begs? Yeah, sure, that's cool and all, but you are still a greedy person. That's what he just basically, like, announced. He's like, yeah, I'm greedy. I like getting as much pennies off of a website as possible.
So every view I get on Kick, I get paid for. And number two, Kick actually pays generously. Any contributions I get through Kick, like subs or kicks, it's very lucrative. So even though I understand that they're kind of like...
Again, see? Money, yeah. Instead of trying to, like, oh my god, dude, he doesn't give a fuck about the community on Kick at all. That's what he just said. He literally, yeah, I don't care about the Kick chat. I get money, so, like, that's why it's there. Even though he gets, like, tips from trolls. They're like, oh, I don't count them. The bunch of fucking idiots. I don't care for them. Blah, blah, blah. But he like, loves getting their money all the time. But he doesn't care about the experience of Kick viewers because he thinks they're all, like, trolls. It really is like he views... It's like he thinks everyone on Kick is a Kino Casino viewer 100% everywhere. You know, that he thinks that. Sure.
Like the negative peanut gallery who say crap about me every day. That's why they're there, and that's why I tolerate it. All right? Maybe one day I won't, but right
now... I love this. I tolerate it because of the money. Dude, you told these people, like, a week ago, I like the chaotic nature of the Kick chat. I'm sorry I yelled at you guys. It was really funny to me. Because it's like, you're kind of telling people that were shitting on you, I'm sorry I told you to stop. Keep shitting on me so you guys can stick around and give me money. And it was really stupid. It was really weird and, like, pathetic, and he keeps doubling down on that. Like, he thinks this is his own, but it really makes them both look pathetic because, again, he's highlighting the fact that these people are, like, giving DSP money who's ungrateful to them and doesn't give a fuck about them or anything. And he looks pathetic because he is allowing people to shit on him as he's trying to like, portray himself as a serious guy to be taken seriously. Like, come on.
now, hey, just like I had with that discussion with Asmongold on Monday, it's paying us both well. Why on earth would I stop streaming there, right? Now, I'm not going to sit here and constantly moderate that chat and say, how dare you say negative.
And that's why. He doesn't want to moderate 2 chats. That's the other reason. He, as much as he brags how he learned to moderate 2 chats, he doesn't want to.
Things, let him. Because then that's the place for it. It keeps them over there, and it lets us focus on the YouTube side, right? And be positive. But the thing is, I'm not saying they're all negatives. A lot of them are. In fact, most of those people are on sock accounts because they've already been banned multiple times.
I thought we don't like sock accounts. I love that, like, he made a big deal about Iron Chef Sakai and how he's gonna ban all his socks, but he kept 220 around because you guessed it, he paid the troll toll. So like that, he 220 paid to tell DSP, I'll be your punching bag. Shit on me all you want, master. I'll give you the money anyway. And that's where we're at with him. He's gonna come back and he's gonna share more money with Phil because he loves being shat on. It's like a fetish. Like, that's all this is. That's DSP's clientele, a bunch of freaks.
But it is what it is. All right, so I just wanted to explain that.
Watch porn, so they have to go to DSP. That's it. I got it. They can't watch porn because their parents like blocked all the porn sites, so they have to go to DSP for their fetish.
Why does he have the 2 chats, and how could they be so different from what's happening on the YouTube side? That's exactly why. Okay? All right.
Yeah, because he gets paid for it.
To start today, I have shout-outs to make. I was going to contribute to my content in the last couple of days, and you so very much to anyone. Rakyle, our first super chat of the day, and maybe the second most American Thanksgiving. Maybe a lot of people are off from work and driving, right? Like, just risking your life, responsible as you. You got to be careful if you're out on those roads, okay?
Right.
Up and Cheese, what's up? Coolio Top now. Daily Demo, your future stepson.
I've never heard that.
Who else? WebG.
I never heard that. Like,
the transition there.
Drive more on Thanksgiving. I've never heard that before.
Bring up for those of you who are for me to look at, and they stay there for a while. So, for example, I can play the animation. So much, Sarah, saying racist things and doxing and doing things over there. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is you're going to notice.
What?
There. When you say, is it Melissa Porter here with you through the highs and the lows? Thank you so much, Sarah. So thank you to Sarah for 500 kicks. She says, kick isn't so bad. Most of the trolls here aren't malicious. I'm a long-term supporter here with you through the highs and the lows. Thank you so much, Sarah. Listen. The thing is, what I'm saying is that there's definitely a negative troll element over there. When you say, is it malicious? Well, how malicious can you really be in a chat room? Are people saying racist things and doxing and doing things over there? No.
He has called people saying that he has gout malicious.
That's not what I mean. What I mean is you're going to notice on the kick side of stuff, a lot of people say negative things. I'll say something, they'll immediately contradict me and say that I'm a liar.
I love that it's negative to contradict him. And saying that he's a liar. Dude, they're just describing what they think. Like, it's kind of silly to say that that's a negative thing. What if you are lying? And again, as I said before, he said he lied for 7 years. He lied for 7 years about WWE champions. He lied for 7 years. And he thinks just because he said, yeah, I was down from the rafters, he thinks that people will just suddenly trust him again. And when you downplay, like, people accusing you of lying, it kind of shows that you're not opposed to lying again. And he has lied. He lied literally when he was telling people, yeah, man, I like having the chaotic chat. He lied. That was a lie, because he likes the 2 chats. He allows the trolls to go with the kick chat because he gets paid for their attendance. That is why he likes it. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how they are over there. But the YouTube side is more of the long-time standing fans who are here to actually enjoy the content rather than make fun of it. There's a difference. But the thing is, as I've explained recently...
But it's so funny, though. Like, if that's the case, then how come you didn't play South of Midnight? Because I don't think the YouTube chat was shitty on South of Midnight. I think the kick chat was. But I thought they're just trolls, right? Like, he downplays the fuck out of the kick chat. And like, shits on them all the time.
There's an audience on both sides. Like, listen, you guys are going to be over there and watch all the time. Dude, I'm going to get paid for it. Why would I say no? Why would I be like, get out of here? No, watch. Please.
Yeah, why would I want to foster or make a welcoming chat for new viewers? Okay.
Do. Please sit there in the kick chat. As long as I benefit from it, go for it. Make fun of me all freaking day. What do I care? Right?
This is like him trying to like say this and try to get them to passively leave and be like, oh fuck, I'm supporting him, okay, I'm gonna be gone. So that way he doesn't have to like put any real effort into moderating his chat. This dude does not want to put any real work into his streams. He wants the credit of working hard for his streams, but he doesn't want to actually do the work for it.
I'd be pretty stupid to say no.
Yeah, it's really stupid to like care about your community. I agree.
10 gifted memberships from Osiris, or see what I do, because many of you again means if you're the person who gave the most subs, if you have done the largest single super.
Look how much he's explaining how to give him money. He no longer begs, but he will tell you like you're a baby how to give him money. Like, can someone make fun of him over-explaining stuff now? Can that be the next thing that puts him in hot water?
Super chat of the day, or if you've done as much as I can do. I can't do every single one. Sometimes there's no messages attached to the N-word, but with different characters, but you know that's what they're saying. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
If it was all automated, I'd probably forget to do it. Okay? And listen, this has been a great.
But why does he just automate the king's tax? If anything, he could just automate that.
Great way for me to do it because I'm a small scale guy. I mean that, like, you know, I stream to a few hundred people a day. I'm not streaming to thousands. Maybe if I were streaming to thousands of people, things would have to be different. I don't know. But to be frank, I don't know if I'll ever stream to thousands of people. I don't think that I'm ever going to have that level of popularity or notoriety.
Oh, my side Phil.
Hey, we'll see what happens. I like the personal touch that I have, that I'm able to talk with all of you in a personal manner, say thank you to each and every person who contributes. Okay?
This is so lame to, like, hype up reading shoutouts like that. Like, sure, nobody ever does that. Whatever.
Shout out to Steven Milsom, who gifted a membership. Never have imagined that this crossover could have happened. Well, just reacting to detractor content, and therefore, you know, maybe you should respond. So I gave it a go. Reasonable guy.
What?
Crossover could have happened. Well, neither did I, but, you know, I went out of my comfort zone. I reached out to the guy.
Outside his comfort zone. My guy, you have talked to multiple people and collaborated with multiple people within your career. This is not outside your comfort. Outside his comfort zone would be like to film a movie, to be in a movie, to film in another room. That would be outside his comfort zone. Film outside, do a stream outside the playroom. That's outside its comfort zone.
Guy, because I knew he was talking about me. Everyone told me that he was a reasonable guy and that he didn't hate me, but that he was just reacting to detract.
But nobody, like, this is the thing that's annoying about DSP. He puts himself in a box, as I said. This dude, like, nobody hates him. Only people who watch the content long enough and get really annoyed with him hate him. But, like, if you go, like, I mean, I talked to this one guy on Twitter, the best website, I guess, maybe. Blech. But, like, they were talking about, like, what was it? I don't know if it was the post about that kind of Sav posted, because I know, like, that kind of reached outside her circle. It might have been that, because I think I commented saying, like, oh, because someone said, like, oh, I think this, like, I don't know if this is an act or he's really that dumb. I said, no, he's really that dumb. Like, this is an act. He's not talented enough to be that funny. Like, he's incapable of doing it. And then the person, like, explained more, and I was explained to them, like, the thing with DSP is that he is not a malicious person. He's not, like, you know, obviously he's not like Satan. Like, no shit. But he's very ignorant. He's a very ignorant person, and he's very lazy. He doesn't have any interest in learning anything new. If there's new information out there, he doesn't want to learn it, doesn't care. That's not what he grew up on, and and he downplays the fuck out of like a new discovery or whatever. Like he's just very like narrow-minded. And to in a vacuum that's like fine. Like, you know, he's not in a position of power. Like this guy is not the president. He's not like in charge of a group of people. He's only in charge of himself. Like he can't hurt anyone but himself and Jasper and Kat in any real sense. But like that's all that's going on with him. Like you watch him like you know, talk to Asmongold, like he doesn't know anything else outside of Asmongold's like stream. Like all he knows that he streams and that's it. Like he doesn't know any further than that. And that's all he is. And that's accurate. Like nobody hates this guy at all, but he thinks that everyone's like, that Phil guy? Fuck him. He's an idiot. This guy is stupid and I hate him. But that's not reality. He has created his own reality and he committed to it. So that's why when he has people like Asmongold like give him like that kind of platform or whatever, he thinks it's some grandiose, major, massive event. And it just isn't. Like Asmongold would probably say the same thing about Wings, Chris Chan, whatever. Because like, who knows how thoroughly Asmongold even vetted anybody. It's very clear Asmongold didn't look that deep into DSP and only just like the surface stuff of begging and all that. And he was very like charitable in what he was saying, to not push back on anything because he doesn't know any better. Because in reality, it is nobody would have like the autistic knowledge of DSP's career. And he thinks everyone does for some reason.
Detractor content, and therefore, you know, maybe you should respond. So I gave it a go.
Oh my god, and then he does this. See, this is why you know he has no talent. He's like, oh! Like, this is what you do for, like, babies. This is like children's entertainer shit.
Thank you to Mr. 10 Years for a 1 big money, big prizes. No, here, my detractors try to say shit that's not true. I've actually never called my viewer base or fan base a group name.
He has though. Sure, it was one time, but he actually has. And at the same time, it's not a big deal.
There's never been an official one. I've never done it for more than like once ever. So as much as they try to say that to spread misinformation, and the reason for that is not a bad one, okay? So here's the deal. Thank you, Mr. 10 Years. That's amazing. Thanks for $100, man.
Like, he says it's not a bad reason why he does it all, blah, 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 but it literally shits on other people. Like, he has to bring down other people to bring himself up. And he's saying there, like, I'm not a negative guy, but what does it say when the only way you can talk about why you don't, like, name your audience, you have to shut on other people who do that. And even then, like, nobody has done that recently.
Man. Very generous.
Whatever.
So, back in the day, when I was becoming prominent on YouTube, it seemed like everyone started to group and categorize their viewers as this kind of name. Like, I remember, like, Angry Joe, when he was becoming prominent, he had the Angry Army, right? And then PewDiePie, who technically came after me, started, oh, the Bro Fist Army.
I love he says technically. Okay, man, sure, dog. Oh, man, he's gonna definitely brag to them. Guys, do you know that I inspired PewDiePie? Aren't I cool? Oh, man, I can hear it now.
Everyone had an army, right? And I was like, you know, it's kind of weird because if you say that, aren't you kind of like depersonalizing your audience?
Okay, but what do you do? Oh, my audience, my fan base, my viewers, my friends. That's still categorizing people, and he does that anyway. Okay. I mean, he says this literally after he, like, depersonalized Kick Chat. He literally was like, yeah, they're all my trolls, and they all give me money by their attendance. That's depersonalizing them. Like, he writes their point off as them being trolls.
Aren't you, like, making it less like it's them who are real people who like your content and more like they're just this faceless mob? I didn't like that idea. You know, and maybe today things have changed.
He does the Venom quote. I am one, you are many, whatever the fuck. Like he does depersonalize them, and that's kind of part of streaming because you get an audience, right? You get viewers. You don't know who's watching you. There's a lot of people. Whatever.
Change. Maybe today, a viewer base actually does see it in a more positive light, but I never really saw it that way. I just liked the fact that I had people from all walks of life from all over the world who liked my content, and I addressed them by name rather than by a group name. I would much rather do that. That's why, again, I go out of my way to shout out every contributor to my content because I want you to understand how much I appreciate that you're going out of your way
Oh
to
my
support
god,
me
this is
and allow me to live my dream.
so
This what I'm
lame.
doing right here.
Yeah, but like before, but you know it's funny. Before, people who are regulars who gave him like $50, they would have to wait like an hour for a shout out because he knows they can wait. But these other people who give him like whatever that he doesn't recognize, he gives them immediately. Why do the regulars have to wait for so long, huh?
Is the best thing I've ever done in my life for work. I absolutely love it. I love every moment I'm here. No exaggeration. This is what I want to do until the day that I don't want to stream anymore for my own personal reasons.
Like
This is
dying,
the best
right?
thing. I,
He
I,
almost
I
wants
love
to
it.
say
I
die.
live my dream. I love what I do. Thank you for that. Thank you so much. So anyway, I don't know.
Oh my god, dude, I wish I could like get it at the ready. Like the Resident Development Season 4, there's literally a joke where like they say that Michael Bluth like took a picture of him doing this because he thought it would look like thankful or like whatever for like the real estate or whatever that he was trying to sell, and the picture made him look very desperate and pathetic. It was some joke like that, and that is like so prophetic for DSP. Like it's so perfect. Man, season 4 of Arrested Development grew on me, guys. I mean, I used to not like that season that much, but I came around to it. It's actually like kind of a hidden. It's like a very underrated season. A lot of good jokes. Season 5 is kind of like a. Season 4 is pretty good. Not the best season. Don't get me wrong. I like the earlier seasons more, but season 4 wasn't as bad as I thought it was when it came out. I kind of grew into it. You know what I'm saying?
Want to stream anymore for my own personal reasons. This is the best thing. I love it. I live my dream. I love what I do. Thank you for that. Thank you so
Then why do you want to phase it out? He told us he wants to phase gaming out. You don't want to see a 80-year-old play games.
much. So anyway, I don't know. Maybe eventually we actually get enough of a positive boost here and we get a new viewer base and people want to possibly say, hey, let's actually do it. Let's make a name for ourselves. What do we want to be called? Maybe we would consider it, but for now.
Now, I love that he says that it depersonalizes his audience, but he's open to it. Like, as I said, this guy doesn't believe in anything. He'll have a moral, then sell out right after. Guys, I will never play the automaton ever again. I think playing the automaton is stupid and it's demeaning. Okay, guys, since you guys like really love it, I'll play it. Wow, guys, isn't that meaningful and cool? It's not like I sold out my beliefs of not playing it. I just wanted to play it because it was meaningful now. Now I decided this is meaningful.
That's why you don't have one. That's why we don't have, that kind of thing going on here. All right.
Wait, what?
All right. Make a name for ourselves. What do we want to be called? Maybe we would consider it, but for now, that's why you don't have one. That's why we don't have, that kind of thing going on here.
What? So if you got more people, we do it, but right now we don't do it because we don't have that. Wow, that literally describes how DSP treats his business. Think about it, because the bigger this dude gets, the more of a shill and sellout he becomes. Like he becomes like everyone else. This dude is so fake.
On here, all right. All right. So by the way, as now the show is getting into full swing. And by the way, what's up, Game Boy? Good morning. How you doing? You may notice
Game Boy,
as you're looking around. Wait a minute. Phil has over 300 viewers right now on YouTube. There's over.
Oh my god, over 300, like 327. That's like not that much of a leap. Like that's what I mean. Like he can get like $151 and he'll say I made over the goal. Like yeah, that's true. It's over the goal, but it's by $1. Not that big of a margin.
100 viewers on Kick and the viewership is increasing. What is going on? There's new viewers. There are new viewers coming. I've noticed in the last
I love he's explaining this after we talked about the new viewers.
Days, pretty much around double attendance on all of my streams. Yesterday, for both Pokemon and Call of Duty, I had about double attendance.
I feel like that this kind of comes off low-key as he was expecting to get like thousands of new viewers, and he had this whole script like written out, and he saw that the viewers aren't that big, but he has to stick with the script because he doesn't want like the trolls to win. So he's like, yeah, whoa guys. It's just he's very fortunate that he has like people willing to give him money more frequently. Even though, again, he had people giving him money more frequently anyway. He told us before he hit the goal more often than not and still begged. And now it's like only a slight change and now we can stop begging. Come on.
On the streams, thanks to this newfound attention that I have on me. And I'm very happy for it. Thank you so much to everyone who is here and giving this channel newfound attention as the result of Monday's interview with Asmongold. So here's the thing. First off, what I'd like to start with, okay? First segment, I'd like to take a look at what people thought was going to happen with this interview on Monday.
Right, okay.
Okay, for the record, how did it come to be? Well, Asmongold had started reacting to my content.
I love her ignoring what he was reacting to. He does as he reacted to tractor content. Okay, but why? Why would he react to that?
More regularly. Previously, he had very sporadically watched my detractor.
I always says regularly. That's kind of generous. Because it was still sporadic, I'd argue, but whatever.
And he would comment on them on his show. He has 4.5 million subs on YouTube. When he streams, he gets like 40,000 viewers. Okay? No lie. He's that popular. And that's just on Twitch. I think he also has a few thousand viewers or more on.
Okay, we're gonna skip ahead.
I was like, I'm upset because what happened, all right? That's a lot of eyes on my detractors' content. And after hearing a couple,
and he sat there like that gif where that guy's like doing this. He's like, that could be me. That could be those could be my views. They could be seeing me instead of them.
Times that he'd been watching it, I was like, I'm upset because what happens is that it's different for me than other people, and allow me to explain.
Again, he thinks that nobody can like ever shit on him now or whatever, when it's just gonna happen again. Like, he thinks that now nobody will shit on him because of Asmongold. Like, I mean, that may not be true, dude.
Asmongold reacts to any other content creator, whether it's positive or negative. What undoubtedly happens is people flock to their content.
Is that even true? Does that even happen? I don't think so. I don't think so. Call me a skeptic. I think that happens more when you do a direct collab. I don't think just simply watching someone else's content necessarily does that. I mean, maybe it does to a degree, but whatever.
I want to check out their content now. Are they good? Are they bad? And then their channel or their stream or whatever it is they're doing gets a boost in attention. Boom, giant spike, huge boost in attention. So even if Asmongold was saying something negative about them, they get a view spike, they make some extra money. They're like, I got the rub. Not a big deal. I actually heard, I don't know if this is true, there was someone who he had talked about, and because of their interaction, they gained 200,000 subscribers.
Who?
Just based on that interaction.
How does he know this? Who was this person?
I don't know if that's true or not. That's what someone told me, okay? So...
Oh, someone told him that. He doesn't know it's true. He promotes as if it's true. Oh, okay, dude. Cool.
That's insane, right? That's amazing. Holy shit. You work with Asmongold, you get the rub, right? But here's the difference between...
This is so... Oh my god, this is so, like, boomer coded. This is, like, what you think of, like, you do on TV. Like, oh, yeah, if you go on this talk show, you're gonna get the rub. You're gonna get the talk show rub. And it's like, that I don't think that's necessarily true for online, like, streaming or whatever the fuck. But whatever. Okay, yeah, the Asmon rub.
Between me and everybody else. Everyone else, you can find them. You know, Asmongold name drops this guy, that girl.
But again, DSP has no, like, brand identity. or even a searchable name. His Twitter account, they call me DSP. YouTube account, DSP Gaming. Kick, DSP Gaming Real. Twitch was Darkside Phil. Like, there was no rhyme or reason to the names. Like, why does he just change his Twitter handle to DSP Gaming? Like, come on.
That girl, you can go find them and you can watch their content. You can't find me on the internet. Why? Because I am buried under a pile of toxic garbage.
I love he says toxic garbage and he's buried. So, like, that's not true. That's not true. Because when people look for a new game, they type the game. Of course this channel isn't gonna show up because it's fucking garbage. Secondly, it if you look up DSP, of course you're not gonna get DSP Gaming. You're typing DSP. It's just gonna bring up other stuff with a D and an S and a P in the title, usually. But obviously gonna go to detractor channels because they probably like tag their shit DSP. If you want looking for the YouTube channel, you have to type the YouTube channel's name. But it doesn't make it easy to know, like, at all.
People who have stolen my content for nearly a decade now, illegally restreaming it, illegally ripping it and putting it up on their own channels before I even have a chance to, because I'm still.
And the other thing is, like, he also isn't getting is that people like, you know, they may find Raw Phil, for example, or these streams way easier and like accessible than his own streams because. Like, go to DSP Gaming. Let's go to DSP Gaming. Let's say, I'm gonna go to DSP Gaming, okay? I'm gonna look up his content. Okay, so, like, oh, look, I typed, oh, shit, he's talking to himself, dude. But whatever. So we go to his channel. Okay, I want to find where he's talking about, like, the FTC. Oh, what am I looking at? Like, like, okay, like, this is supposed to be a podcast? Okay, but it doesn't look like, okay. There's gaming, Mario, like, it just all becomes a blur of nonsense. Like, look at this. Like, it's, like, you have to scroll so far down to even get this little reference. And then, like, it's like, okay, maybe I'll go to live. And it's like, this chill with Phil, then all these other random ass fucking streams that you don't even know like what to make of this. Like, it's just there's nothing like cohesive about this, and it's just not great. Like, it's just a mess. And then you go to the home screen, the home page, and you get the For You. Then it's like DSP stream highlights, but he doesn't do a lot of these. And I think that this, like, it's just not a lot of, like, content in here to even care about. The Black Friday Marathon's here, like, dude, the Call of Duty is this high up, and I scroll through the videos, and there's barely any Call of Duty. Like, you have to scroll so far to get any of this. Like, this is just not even, like, great to search through.
Still on my own live stream. Right now, as I'm broadcasting this, there's people who are stealing the content immediately. They are not doing anything transformative. They are not doing anything protected under fair use law. They are outright stealing. Then they post.
But again, this is like a bullshit thing to cry about because, again, the people who are watching Raw Phil are not people that would support anyway. These aren't views worth fighting for, like, at all. And secondly, if it's stealing, then why can I watch it on your channel, dude? Like, stealing implies that you're taking something away. Like, this is just, like, I know what he means, and I get it, but again, this is just, like, frivolous nonsense to cry about. It's like, you know, again, this is why, like, piracy is, like, nothing. Like, nobody should really care, because if someone likes something, they're gonna support it. Like, one way or the other. They'll watch it, they pirated it, well then they're gonna end up buying the albums or the movies or whatever after the fact. They may even buy the movie again. Like, it's just, you don't know anything. And this dude is acting as if, like, watching Raw Phil, you're taking money from him. You're not taking money from him. And preventing the opportunity, who cares? You have an audience that are giving you money anyway. Like, this isn't worth arguing about. And this is what I mean, that this dude is the most pro-corporate fucker in the world. He would, if he could, sue everyone if he wanted to. Like, he is the music industry that does that, hates piracy so much that they instituted the copyright system, dude. Like, DSP would, if he had the money, he would institute a DSP gaming copyright system to YouTube.
Post up that content with hashtag DSP gaming, hashtag dark side.
But you know what? He never did that. He never used the hashtags on YouTube. He never did it, and he never cared about it. And he would say, it's stupid. Why would I do that? It's dumb. It's only for, like, TikTokers or whatever the fuck. He would shout it all the time. And it's like, even now, like, he just now started adding DSP gaming into little stream titles. Now, technically, this could help his channel, but guess what? It's too late. It's too late. He has to compete of years and years and years of people using DSP gaming in their videos. Like, it's gonna take him a long ass time for him to even stand a chance, I think. Like, he just did this, and he never thought about, oh, should I use my name? I don't know, man, maybe you shouldn't, and see what happens.
Dark Side Phil, they title it like that. So when people go to the YouTube algorithm,
I guess you should love my videos. I don't title him. Oh, well, I do use his name because I described the video. Oh, DSP shits on viewers. DSP does this because I'm talking about DSP. I want people to know what they're clicking, dude. But I'm not gonna clickbait them. I love he shits on people who clickbait, but then when it's like, oh, I just want to describe what's going on in the video, that's wrong too. So I have to clickbait. Streamer, jerks it on YouTube, and it's like, what? And then it's like, oh, it's DSP.
Then they say, I wonder what DSP is up to today, because Asmongold talked about him. And you type in DSP, all you get are detractors.
This is so dumb. How does he follow along Wings' life, right? He watches detractor videos. But now he's saying that if Asmongold dared to do that by watching detractor videos, that's fucked up. Why is it okay for him to do it for Wings, but not for him, right?
Detractor videos and detractor channels. So they literally steal all of my attention, good or bad. Even if it's a good day, someone says,
why didn't he give Wings any attention? Like, I'm curious. Did he even, like, link Wings' channel in his fucking stream with him? Let's see. Did he give Wings the rub? Oh, look! He didn't give him the rub! So, he's shitting on Asmongold and detractors for stealing his opportunity. He gets Wings on his own fucking channel, and he couldn't be bothered. To link his channel. Why? And he's like, they don't give me a chance. Did he give Wings a chance by not fucking linking his channel? And I guarantee you, well, no, because the Core Ring didn't link his channel at all in his interview, and he didn't say shit about that, but, I mean, come on.
Someone says something good about me, I don't benefit from it. There was a time a few weeks ago, someone was positively highlighting my take on AI, and how AI should...
This is such a stupid thing to cry about. I had better take about AI. Whoa, man, get a load of this. Sit down for this one. The guy who has an AI intro, AI thumbnails, AI profile picture is gonna tell you that AI is bad. And the thing is, the kicker in all of this, it's not even his own fucking opinion. He repeated an opinion that someone said on Twitter. Like, it's so, like, why do you think AI is bad, Phil? Why do you think people are so against AI?
AI should be used in the future. My take was AI should be used to basically take care of the menial tasks and boring things that we shouldn't be doing so we have time to do creative things. So, for example, AI.
I would argue, like, I at one point I may have agreed with that, but I kind of like thought about it. I was like, fuck that. People should have chores in their lives. They should clean their dishes. They should do all this stuff on their own. They should not like have the AI do it for them. Like we have dishwashers if you have too many dishes to wash. Like leave those appliances as they are. Like I think it was like, man, I need to find this article because I want to learn more about this issue. When the Amazon like web service, whatever the fuck, was down, there was an outage. People were saying that they couldn't use their smart beds. And I kind of want to know more because I'm assuming it has to do with like preferences, like that maybe it's like bed warming or whatever like that. Maybe that just wouldn't work because it just sounded like they couldn't sleep on the mattress, and it's like I'm like that can't be true. Like that would be insane. But it's like the fact that like smart devices have reached to the point of now you have smart beds. It's like, guys, we need to calm the fuck down with this. Smart TVs make sense. Smartphones make sense. Smart beds, smart ovens, like, why does the oven need to connect to the internet? I mean, maybe for a phone app integration, but it's like, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, do we need that? Like, at some point, you kind of have to think about this. Like, there's been ramifications about smart refrigerators as well, but it's like, I've just been thinking more about like AI even for chores. I think that's also bad. Like that shouldn't be used at all. I just don't think AI has a place. But I would see it as a like I wouldn't be as passionately against it as much as I am with generative AI in the entertainment industry. But I would still think like maybe we should just cool it with the AI stuff, right? But this dude's take is so fucking bland and milquetoast because it's someone else's opinion. Like I guarantee he doesn't know that AI is like he complains about people stealing his dreams. Does he know that generative AI steals other people's art like against their consent and all this stuff illegally? Does he know that? No, he probably doesn't. He probably doesn't give a fuck because he doesn't know anything.
AI should wash your dishes. AI should do the laundry. AI should not be making music. AI should not be drawing art.
This is not DSP's sake. I know this because he bragged about this tweet. I read this tweet. It said this. This is what it said about AI. That should be this. Like I saw a tweet the other day, and that became his opinion. Like, dude, that's not even your take. Do you have anything else interesting to say about it? Like, why do you think AI should not be in the entertainment industry? Because maybe people find stories by humans more interesting, compelling, different. What? Instead, it's people, man.
Art, because those are the artistic and creative and things that people want humans to do, because that's meaningful. That's what we want more time to do. Have the AI do the things we don't want to do, so we have time to do the meaningful things. Right?
But what do you say about the people who don't want to learn to draw? Right? Like there is a lot of people that just don't want to take the time or have the patience to learn to draw themselves or to put any effort to that. What do you say to those people then? Like he assumes that uh why do you think that some people are so like enamored or they're thirsty for AI to use AI to make stuff for them? Because I mean, this is gonna sound very, very like negative, I guess, but there is a degree of laziness. I do think that, like, maybe not laziness, but just a lack of patience. And I understand not everyone has the time to learn to draw, but I just think you could draw for an hour, just an hour, like a day, an hour a week, whatever. You'll gain more experience that way than to like, you don't have to draw like 10 hours every day. Like that'd be insane. But like this, like, come on. I don't want to go on an AI rant. I'm gonna try to calm down on that as well. I just you know, I have a very strong passionate hate for AI, dude.
Right? So that take was put all over the internet. People were like, "Oh, it's a good take." Guess how much attention I actually got for it?
Again, he always does make sure his eyes is in his hand. But again, if it's such a good take, shouldn't the importance be that at least people saw the take? Even though again, it can't be stressed enough. It's not his take. He stole that take from someone else. He literally stole a take. He stole a take. He's a thief. But this dude literally is bitching about that he had a good take and he didn't get any attention for it. My guy, if you believe in your own statement so much, it shouldn't matter if you get credit for it. Again, this is the guy that only does nice things for treats. He doesn't do it because it's the right thing to do. If there's a treat, he'll do it. That's why that stupid meme where it's like, you have in order for these people to leave the room, they have to admit that they're wrong. Dude, DSP will be the first to admit he did something wrong or that he's wrong because there's a treat. He is promised a treat. The treat is to leave the room. And he will gladly admit he did something wrong. Even though he misunderstood the meme, to be honest. So maybe he will stay there for very long. But if he understood that that's the treat, he'll admit that he's wrong. This dude is a fucking goblin for fucking treats. He will tell you anything if you give him a treat. It's so insane. I've never seen someone so treat incentivized that it's like, I only understand if it's like a fucking dog. A dog, a cat, or a pet. Any pet, I can understand. Okay, yeah, like he's doing this because he wants to get a little treat. DSP is doing shit for treats. Guys, I said this. Where's my treats? Guys, AI bad. Where's my treats? Come on. So you don't believe that then? If you're expecting to get ass pats for being against AI, then you don't believe it. It just means that if there's treats for praising it, you'll praise it the next day. If I gave DSP $100 to say AI is amazing, he'll say AI is amazing. He doesn't believe in anything he says. He says it because it sounds good. Fuck that. Fuck this dude.
Because all that happened is everyone typed in, "Oh, DSP's take," and went right to detractors. Okay? So when Asmongold was talking about me for the last 2 weeks,
that was reacted to on Twitter. DSP does not upload anything on Twitter, so people have to go. So they would have to see that a Twitter account posted his take, go find the take in his fucking channel, and then post about it. Let's see if you can, how easy it is to find that take, right? I'm gonna go to Dispa Gaming, and I'm gonna say AI. Oh my god, AI take. Let's see. Oh, Resident Evil 0. This is a 2015 or whatever fucking video. Huh. Dead Rising. Monster Hunter. Where's this AI take? Huh, why can't I find it? Maybe it's my take on AI. DSP versus the World, Injustice 2. Resident Evil 0. Huh, where is it? Why can't I find it? Oh, there's basic on drama content creators, but guess what? This has nothing to do with AI. Nothing to do. When mental missions take too long, okay, that's not AI. If at first you don't succeed, rage. Okay, where's the AI? Where's this base AI take? I can't find it, Phil. I'm trying to find your base AI take. Oh, okay, let's go to his fucking podcast playlist. Wait, there's Daily Rep, Level 1 Podcast, Keems. Oh, wait, no. I know that would be that confusing, but whatever. Okay, we go here. Where's the AI take? Kick drama, chill start. Okay, this is too many videos. I'm not gonna fucking watch this. I'm not gonna bother. This is way too long. Who cares? Because get this, there's so much fucking slop on this fucking channel. And he's like, I have a base AI take and nobody can find it. I don't get the click. There's nothing to click, dude. He said it as an offhand post in another news story. I have to be expected to go to his dumb fuck channel and then just magically know what podcast he talked about it, what time, and what timestamp. Come on.
Few weeks, I said, this is not going to help at all. So what I need to do is I need to take action. So slowly but surely, I started reacting to Asmongold's takes on my streams. Basically, people would say, he said
he didn't though. He didn't. He didn't. He said when he actually responded to, from what I remember, is literally I already talked about that. He's watching outdated content. I already talked about that. That's like the most he said about it. He's acting as if he actually like responded and did a react to it. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He said this about you, he said this about you, and then I would respond to it, whether I was on a driving sim stream, having a few drinks, or just casually mentioning it in a podcast. He started reacting back to my reactions. All right? So since I saw he was basically biting, he's interested. I said, how?
And I love he's describing this, and it just sounds so manipulative and exploitive. This is the behavior, by the way, he complains about other people doing. So these guys, they manufacture drama to get attention. So DSP saw that Asmongold was reacting to his content and started to do it more often so that he could get his attention. But in reality, he made a tweet saying, "You're a bitch. Talk to me or you're a bitch." And he bit. This was the game, by the way, that DSP said that LTG was a dumbass. He was crying years, months of DSP saying, LTG is not playing the game. He doesn't play the game, guys, because he didn't want to fucking talk to you. But he did that whole thing with Asmongold, and Asmongold fell for it because Asmongold saw this as a content opportunity, just as much as DSP did. This is all manipulation, and he's pretty much bragging to his audience that he manipulated Asmongold to have him on his stream. Now, let's say you're an Asmon fan, right? You're a huge Asmongold nut. You love his content, and you go to this guy because he was on his stream, and he's telling you, "Yeah, man, I noticed Asmongold's reacting, so I decided to say stuff because he was biting. He was taking my bait." You're gonna think that this dude is a scumbag.
How can I actually get this guy's attention? I'm not going to get his attention by just talking in my own content, because all he's going to do is react to my detractors again. Literally, I'll get nothing out of it. So I said, I know what I'll do. I'll be an asshole. Why be an asshole to him? Well, because if you're an asshole...
But this is dumb, though. Because let's say that he knows that Asmongold is watching detractor content, right? So then why doesn't DSP say in his streams, "I want to talk to Asmongold. I love his content. I love him." Why doesn't he do that? But instead, he wants to be an asshole. He wants to seem like a tough guy. But it's so obvious that tweet was just so to make him look badass. It was all for optics, because he knew he was small enough and an unserious enough creator that he can kind of say that and get away with it. Because if it was anyone else, it would be bigger news. But he just knew for a fact that he could say, "Respond to my DMs," or "Shut up and stop talking to me like a bitch." It's pretty much like he knows that he probably felt that he wasn't gonna react to that. And if he didn't react to it and he feels like he's gonna move on, he looked like a tough guy. This is all bullshit. I don't think, and I think it was a win-win for him technically, because he got what he wanted. He got another platform to spread his pignosis, the thing he always been wanting to do.
Asshole, people pay attention. If you're a nice guy...
And by the way, he has said in the past that only people who are lazy, awful, miserable people are assholes, and people should be kind. But he doesn't even follow his own beliefs. Yet again, this dude has no beliefs. He believes in nothing. He will say whatever it takes to get what he wants, because he's a fucking bitch. And this dude is sitting there like, "Oh, I'll see." I know that I talk so much about people should be kind to each other. I decided to be a bitch. This is a behavior, by the way, he has shed on Keemstar for doing. He has shed on so many people for doing this very thing. "Oh my god, Keemstar, email me. Why are you yelling at me on Twitter? This guy is so stupid and unprofessional." But this guy did basically the same thing to Asmongold and LTG, and doesn't think that maybe he's full of shit.
and you do nice things on the internet, and you're like buddy, and oh yeah, respect. No one cares.
It's so funny. It's hilarious even. This dude goes on and on how other content creators schmooze, they're buddy, they all talk to each other and this, that, and he frames it as a negative thing. But here he's like, I'm just trying to, if you try to schmooze and be buddy and respect each other, nobody does anything. But I thought that's how people like got free games and stuff. They schmoozed and got buddy and sucked each other's dicks. Huh? But now he's like, if you suck someone's dick, they're not gonna reward you, huh? And it's like kind of shitty. Again, like he is saying this just because he and again, this just further shows he's only nice because he thinks that he'll get a treat at the end, or that he'll get a victim segment out of it. He won't do it out of genuine desire to be nice to people. He won't be nice to someone because it's the right thing to do. He will be nice to someone because there's a treat at the end. That's I think that none struck a chord with him with the heaven and hell concept. It's like, Phil, if you go to hell, that's a huge punishment, and you should be afraid of hell. So do nice things or you're gonna go to hell. And it's like, you should want to do nice things because like you should care about your other fellow people on the planet. You know, like, right? And this dude is like, I don't want to go to hell. It's like, you're doing it only out of fear. And not out of, like, a genuine place. Like, he only wants people to be happy and live happy because there's no friction of that. He doesn't want to stand for what that may mean for other people. Or anything. But okay.
You have to be a dick. You have to be an asshole to someone. You have to insult them. You have to be harsh to them. Then all of a sudden, everyone notices, everyone pays attention, and then you can actually get elicit the response that.
So then, I love that he's kind of propagating the same thing, and he's bragging about this. Meanwhile, he kept crying how Keemstar wasn't approaching him correctly. So at this point, in the future, he cannot complain if other people, like, do what he did to him then, right? So if RTU said, Phil, talk to me in DMs, or shut up and stop talking to me like a bitch, what's DSP gonna do? Right?
That you want. So I went on Twitter and I talked shit. I said, hey, Asmongold, read your DMs and stop reacting and talking about me like a bitch.
But why doesn't he try being nice to him? Why didn't he try to like, because, you know, the thing is, he messaged him in the past, and Asmongold ignored him. But he never, like, tagged him on Twitter and said, hey, Asmongold, check your DMs, I sent you something, or whatever the fuck. He never did that. The only time he did that was to be negative. He didn't even want to try. So he's committed to the idea that Asmongold only responded because he had to be an asshole. And again, saying you're a bitch is like not the worst thing that he has been called. Like, and he thinks it's such a like, yeah, see, you have to be an asshole. Like, you're being cringe, dude. Like, it makes you look bad. And you look like a fucking dumb fuck. Like a little baby trying to get attention. Mommy, look at me.
Then I sent him a DM and immediately said, hey, so just so you know, the only reason that I just said that publicly was to get your attention. Because if I didn't say it.
So then he says that part in the DM. And he thinks that makes him look cool. Like, come on. Again, all this is just empty bravado, empty bluffing. That's all he has. That's all he does to his own chat. You're gonna be mean? Try it again, bitch! And then they do it. Okay, enough! Like, it's just stupid. He's such a little baby.
Say it like that. You never would be told that I did this, and you'd never read this DM. I would like to talk with you about this detractor content that you're responding to. Again, because you have.
Why didn't he just try tagging him on Twitter and saying, hey, check your DMs? Instead, he says this because like it's so weird.
Big misconceptions. I've never been banned from Twitch. I don't sit around begging for money all day because I'm poor. Like, none of these things are true. That's what my detractors say. But
nobody said he's poor. Like, dude, if you think DSP is poor, you're an idiot. He has a home. Like, people say he acts like he's poor and all this stuff, but guess what? He portrays himself that he's like living paycheck to paycheck sometimes. Like, come on.
But if we sit down and have a conversation, I'd be more than happy to address any of this kind of stuff. Let's talk. And so we started a dialogue. It took about 2 weeks to really hammer in exactly when this was going to happen. And it was all kind of like, but rush, let's get it going. And then finally we got it going. So that's why it happened, because I went out of my way to try to get his attention by doing it the only way you can on the internet. And the thing is, I don't operate like that. I'm not a guy who talks shit. I'm not a guy who tries to insult or whatever. So it does sound like a crazy story, but it's true. This is exactly what happened. Okay, word for word, this is actually
wow, what a
how
crazy
it came to be.
Story. This never happened before on the internet.
He accepted he wanted to do it. And people say, Asmongold doesn't do interviews. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm shocked that he wanted to do it too. And you can watch it in its entirety on his channel, Asmongold TV. Right now it has over 740-something thousand views.
Okay, did he link Asmongold's channel? He didn't link Wings, because fuck Wings, I guess. But did he did he give Asmongold the rub? Guess what? He didn't. Of course. He did not give Asmongold the rub. Of course. Of course he didn't.
Views and climbing. Probably will get 1 million by the end of the week. That's the better version, because that's the version that has him and me on camera. A lot of people have criticized my side and said, why don't you have Asmongold on camera? There was no way to get him on camera. He doesn't know how to set up Discord so I can see his camera.
Okay, whatever.
I'm serious. He basically has people set up everything for him. He doesn't know how to do that. It's actually called OBS virtual camera. You have to do this virtual camera thing to take your camera and put it into OBS so people can see.
I kind of don't believe that. You're telling me Asmongold has other people set up his whatever. I mean, I guess it's the same way that DSP had fucking Darziak set up his OBS. Okay, let's talk about this. I just remembered about that. DSP is mocking or highlighting the fact that Asmongold doesn't know how to use OBS. My guy, you had Darziak do stuff in your OBS. You literally did. And this dude also had his chat tell him how to set up his PC, how to do this, he's no better. And the thing is, like, come on. I don't remember what I was going to say.
He didn't know how to do it. So basically, he could see me because I set it up, right? He didn't know how to set it up. So I didn't have his face. He's like, oh, you could hit my stream on your channel. I'm like, yeah, but it's going to be desynced. It's going to be like several seconds delayed. Who wants to see your face delayed? So I was like, well, I guess I will just go full screen with me. That's why my version is inferior. There's nothing you can do. I mean, it would be great if you did actually watch the version on my end, but it's the same as his basically, and his has both of us. So anyway, the interview lasted 2 hours. Yes, there was a lot of my detractor stuff.
I have a Theo theory. I have a Theo theory about this. I mean, I kind of think he is telling the truth, to be honest. I don't think, like, necessarily that's wrong. However, I do wonder if DSP intentionally didn't want to allow Asmongold to show his camera because either, one of two things. He either thinks that Asmongold will somehow be able to add another caller, which he didn't want Asmon to do, but I don't think that's possible, to be honest. Again, I don't think this is necessarily true. The other thing is, maybe he just didn't want to showcase Asmongold's living situation. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to see cockroaches on his stream. Man.
Accusations, all the drama stuff was asked. Then for about 45 minutes, we talked about games. We talked about Twitch and streaming on Kick. We talked about the industry in general. And the whole second half of the interview was a fucking delight.
A fucking delight. Yeah, because it was just Yeah, man, Don Clancy sucks. What a terrible CEO. Gaming is bad. Except for Clear Obscure, that's amazing, amazing game. Clear Obscure is like the beast's knees, and it's amazing. This is what gaming's about. Gaming is so bad right now. I've only played AAA games.
Because finally, I got to talk with someone about awesome stuff that I've always wanted to talk about. Gaming in general is what I have passion for, what I wish people would want to talk to me about. But instead, drama, 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 nonsense drama. Why? Because they're all cheap bitches.
But the interview with Asmongold, the majority of it was drama. And that's why you did it, dude. Hello? Like, it was so obvious. The gaming part wasn't even like planned. And at that point, Asmongold was like, okay, I'm done. Bye.
Who want to get easy attention on them.
He says this, but dude, you baited Asmongold with drama. All right. Let's continue this nonsense
On themselves by talking about toxic stuff.
Toxic
It's
stuff.
harder to get attention and support for talking about interesting, intelligent topics than it is about drama, drama, drama. Drama is the easy way out on the internet.
So then why did you want to talk about the begging on Asmongold? Oh, you wanted to clear it up, but I thought you don't want to do drama. It was a quick pat. And guess what? It was a quick pap. Think about it. He did the drama interview with Asmongold, and then was able to leech off of his viewership to get a few extra whales to hang around. Like, that's all this is. He's pretty much telling the Asmondents, the Asmongold people, the Asmondents, whatever you want to call them, the roaches, dude, that he did all this to manufacture drama so that they could come and watch his content and give him money. Yes.
And always has been. That's why I've been against it since day one. I don't like drama.
No. Oh my god. No, you're not against it. You literally did it. That is really like, yeah, I'm against drinking water. That's why I drink water every day. Like, do you hear yourself?
Drama content, because I think that's like gossip for teenage girls and sissies, quite frankly.
Again, if he feels this way, then why did he do it last year? Why did he join the Kino Casino? He told us he cased them and saw, like, which is, I think it's really fucked up, right? That he described watching a Kino Casino stream as casing them. Like, it makes him look kind of fucked up. Like, not even DSP trolls say, I case Phil, I know what he's about. Like, when people were going over WWE champions, no one said, I cased down from the rafters. But DSP's like, I cased them, which is like, kind of like mentally fucked up. But like, this dude like did all of that knowingly because again, he watched their streams. He knew what they were all about, according to him. So he did the drama content, and then he leaves and says that like got too toxic. My guy, you watched their fucking streams. You told us that you cased them and you knew what they were all about. Like, and he's trying to tell us that like he's against drama content. Then why the fuck did you do it? It just makes you look so shady and like fake. Again, he is the king of fake. He's so fake. He only is against drama because he's not doing drama and he wants to seem like a cool guy to these other people. But he did do drama. He sold out immediately. And he did it just to get extra views and extra money. Again, that behavior is another thing DSP said was bad. He said that people would do drama content, they would pick it up, then they would drop off, and they would drop and run. And that's what he did. He did the drama, he dropped doing drama and ran with the money. This is the exact thing DZ said was bad. I will not let him like move on from that because that's what he did.
Frankly, I'm not for it. I'm a fucking 43-year-old man. I don't need to be talking drama all day. All right? So, I don't like it. I want to talk about intelligent stuff. I want to talk about games. I want to do all this stuff, right? But
then why doesn't he talk about games? Like, okay, this is like really annoying, right? Even when he was talking about games in his little podcast, remember when he used to talk about gaming news? It was always like it would sound like it was from someone who never touched a controller in their life. Like, this is stuff that I would expect, like, a parent would say about video games. Like, a dude, like a grandparent, or whatever. Like, a fucking boomer. But this dude grew up with video games, and he has as much interest and fascination as a fucking boomer. And he has nothing interesting to say. He has no idea about the craft, the industry, or anything. Like, when was the last game that you watched from DSP that got you turned on to a franchise? Like, I can only think of one, and that was fucking Persona 5. And I kind of look back and it's like, it could have been literally anybody. Like, anybody could have streamed Persona 5, and I would have gotten to the same conclusion. And it could have also just been very simply, I could have gone to Best Buy one day, I saw the day one steel case, and was like, oh, that looks cool, and buy it. Again, like, it's not even exclusive to DSP. It's not like, guys, DSP played Persona 5, and he made it look so good. Like, the gameplay I saw him do didn't even look that impressive or memorable. It was literally like the UI looked cool. Like, it was generic things. Again, anybody could have done it, could have shown me that. And I would have gotten the same result. Could have bought the game anyway. But like, I have done streams of random indie games, and I've seen some people at least be like, oh, this looks interesting, and that's it. Like, I have talked on Twitter about the game Demon School with Gamerface Gaming on Twitter. And I said this game was actually pretty good. I've been like really digging it. It has a nice like quick pace to the story, to the combat. The dialogue is like whatever. I don't hate it, but it's not like the best. But it's good for what it is. But I've been enjoying it. The combat's been really fun, and the music is pretty good. Like, I think overall it's actually worth playing, and it's like $20 or $25, whatever. It's like it's an indie price game. But you'll never get that from him. You will never get that. The only random indie game you'll get from him is fucking shovelware and sim game slop.
No one will do it with me because they want to benefit from the drama that my detractors have created.
And every time, and then when he does talk about games, even now he still does this. So yeah, this game, everyone says it's really good. I don't know, man, but it's actually I don't hate it, but it's like he's only contrarian about games that have huge communities that hate the game. Like fucking Last of Us 2. Like it's so ridiculous. And he really did not even try. Like I didn't love Last of Us 2, but I could say more good things about that game than DSP could. And I played it. Same with Ghost of Yotei, but he just doesn't want to even try. And then he lets like other mobs like form his opinion. But even then, like, you ask him, "Hey Phil, what do you think of Street Fighter 6?" He will say it's a bad game, but he'll also like meander say, "Well, like, some people think Third Strike's pretty good." Like, this will give you a definitive answer, and he'll just try to find a people-pleasing answer.
Okay, Asmongold gave me that respect. When we started talking about games, he realized, wait, he doesn't want to ask me drama questions about myself. He wants to talk.
Okay, let's see how Asmongold reacted to the gamer questions.
Morning, everyone.
I don't even. Oh man.
$4.05. Thank you. He says, bro, I'm here to say hi.
Oh,
if you didn't steal, I wouldn't have to ask. It's your fault.
Got the fucking skeleton.
Oh my god.
You're right. Like, I shouldn't go so crazy over it, and it's okay if every once in a while I don't hit a goal. But man, it's good when I do. Just saying. Okay. Zuka the Animal, $25.
It's so... Okay, maybe when he has this, he has like Asmon on.
To be wrong, but the fact is that their formula for doing things it's dated. It's a dated formula, and I don't really see them being able to innovate. I think that the best thing that they've done in the last 10 years is reformulate Control 6 good. I don't. The thing is that
do you honestly think that Bethesda will ever put out another good game again?
No.
What a take! Do you think Bethesda is cooked? Do you think Bethesda is this like? No, I actually think, guys, Bethesda's gonna make the best game ever made. You're gonna love their next game. The next game is gonna come out, and you're gonna buy it, and you're gonna eat it up, and it's gonna be good. It's actually gonna be an Xbox Series X exclusive, and you're all gonna buy an Xbox. Yeah, you're gonna buy the actual console. Yeah, like. That's his question.
Video games like that quirky that they bring on the teams. Like, you're a bit older than I am, but like I hate the people that are around my age. Like, I'm 35. Like, that make video games like that quirky millennial dog shit. Oh my god, I hate it so much, and it's just so fucking cringe. And
look how I love that all we're hearing is Asmon like bitching about games, and he's just like. What a meaningful discussion. Oh, I hate the millennial dialogue. I hate this. Yeah, the games are cooked. Why doesn't Azure Gold make a game?
And now they're writing video games.
Yeah.
Makes me crazy.
Yeah, why do they have jobs?
Do you honestly think that Bethesda...
Oh my
god.
Everybody with a lot of these studios. Except for one board on a ship.
You could remind me...
Have you ever heard of that?
I have, but it's not... Then they got to make another one. So they take the...
Oh my god. Dude, I can't even find DSB even talking. It's really just like nonsense. It's like, so do you think Bethesda is going to make games? Do you think they're going to do that? Do you know that they worked on chairs? Do you know that if one person make a chair, then another guy would have to approve the chair? Do you think that's a little weird? Like, that's all I've been getting from this.
Percent of playing the game, and I played it for like 70 hours.
It's like someone what I say now about these modern companies, what they're doing is they got a good original design for a cutscene and literally had to submit the request for the chair.
Yeah, this isn't even his take. This is just a news story he talked about, and he's just regurgitating it. There's nothing new about this discussion. Like, these aren't even unique.
And I think that's what happened with like Assassin's Creed or Sandfall Entertainment or any of these other
Oh my god! I'm losing it. I'm losing it with this. Every time I'm skipping, every time I'm getting like fart sniffer Phil. He's just like it. Oh my god! Like this is unbearable to sit through. It's like, yeah, he's saying what I believe, and you know what's even like cringier is the fact that he's older than Asmon Gold. Like, you would think it would be, like, technically the other way around, but you have this older guy that's like, oh my god, this is so sad. Like, I just can't imagine. I can't imagine, like, an older guy simping this hard over being validated by a younger person. Like, damn.
Fucking, like, just completely out of it all the way down. Like, I think it's like anything. Your games, yeah, exactly.
Song doing well, even though it's a relatively smaller scale game. We have games that are doing well. It's just not the big AAA games anymore.
Oh my god, this is so fucking boring. And this is what he wants to say, I had a meaningful conversation. We talked about games. And it's literally just him complaining and bitching about fucking AAA slop. Which people been complaining about AAA slop for decades. Like, and it's just nonsense. It's just, I don't know, open your horizons. If you eat beans all day, you're gonna fucking hate beans too. But it's just, that interview is so boring. And he's like, yeah, we had a meaningful conversation. And it's just him saying, yeah. Like, and that's all it is. And it's just, all it is just him desperately trying to convince his audience that he has base takes. This dude's career is him trying to validate his own fucking opinion. My God.
Let's talk about games. This is cool. And we had a good conversation.
No, it wasn't.
By the end of the show, he said, I guess coming up, he's going to start a podcast and it's going to have this discussion about games. And he's invited me to be on the show. And I said, yes, absolutely. I want to be on the show. That would be
it would, like, what if it's a trap, Phil? Like, I love that, like, even if you look at history, right, that he went through the Kino Casino, which they spent months, I almost over exaggerated, glazing the fuck out of Phil to get him to show us his underwear. And he doesn't think at all that maybe other people are trying to do that too. Because what if, like, Asmongold is like, because this Asmongold, like, in good, like, communication with Kino Casino? Like, what if they get Kino Casino on? What would DSP say then, huh?
That would be amazing. That would be my dream, to talk about intelligent stuff with games and stuff with someone else.
If that's the case, why didn't he do it? Like, he had, oh my God, dude, this is, like, insane. Insane. He's like, I want to talk about games. He had all these other people on, and he didn't even want to try to talk about games. He had Wings on, didn't talk about games at all. Like, he wants to talk about games, but he doesn't put the effort. He wants other people to do it for him. Like, he wants to do Asmongold's podcast, but he has no desire, no interest to do it for himself. Okay.
Else in the industry as a creator, and we can share each other's opinions, and I'm sure we'll have things we agree on, things we disagree on. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, you think DSP's gonna have something he's gonna disagree with? Like, we'll see.
Can't wait. Literally, I'm fucking delighted. If only other people would give me that kind of respect rather than just treat me like a doormat so they can get cheap views from idiots on.
He treats other people like doormats. He literally described attracting Asmongold as if, like, he laid out bait for him. And on top of that, he manipulated Kino Casino by his own admission, because he said he cased them and he lied to them in their DMs. So he manipulated these people for months. He led them on for months.
On the internet who will mouth-droolingly throw them money to talk shit about Darkside Phil. Okay? So it was amazing, in my opinion. Okay?
But again, he only talked to you because whatever. Okay.
But what did people think was going to happen on that interview? Let's take a look at that. First of all, a couple quick shout-outs, then we'll take... You just said it. When you specifically search for DSP Gaming, DSP Gaming will show up.
He was on YouTube for years. Why doesn't he just advertise, when you go to YouTube, search DSP Gaming? You know, your fucking YouTube channel?
But not Darkside Phil, not DSP, not DSP in any phrase, not DSP tries it. Only specifically DSP Gaming do you have a chance to see DSP Gaming, the channel.
Okay.
Here's.
What?
Fair enough. Maybe I should. Maybe that's a great point, because I don't. Right now, what is my stream title?
Oh, okay.
Add DSP into your stream titles might be a reason YouTube doesn't show your streams over theirs.
Oh my God.
Fair enough. Maybe I should.
This guy's
2 continues in the date.
fucking
Oh.
stupid.
Still podcast, then Super Mario Galaxy 2 continues in the date. Oh.
That's how he titled his streams forever. And now he's acting as if, like, whatever, okay. Look at this, like, try hard, like, thing.
Hold on.
Man, every time he touches his face, he's, like, really red. Wow, he's trying so hard.
God damn it.
To make this funny.
All right, hold on.
But, like, he never titled his streams with DSP Gaming. Like, why was he expecting the title to have DSP Gaming in the title when he never titles?
Everyone quiet. Everyone, I can hear you laughing through the internet. Stop. Stop that right now. How dare you?
Oh my god. Great joke.
I deserve some respect. I've been doing this for 17 years. All right? Stop laughing at me.
He deserves to eat shit, dude.
I can't stop laughing at me. What? Shh. Shh.
Okay, we're just
anyway,
gonna pass that positively.
Thank you for those super chats. And then Mr. 10 Years did a $10 super chat. When are you going to play Mario Galaxy? The gameplay will begin.
Yeah, after you fucking
5 nights
talks,
if you look at
it makes you bored.
I talked about it.
Okay,
seed money about trucking through and doing my own positive content and not paying attention to their nonsense. Okay,
what?
And it's worked. Here I am, 17 years later. I'm still here. I'm still successful. Okay, they get a nice Baja Blast for what happened with the Asmongold interview with DSP.
So then why was he begging?
Because if you're not aware, So, I posted this up on November 22nd, a whole 2 days before I had ever done the interview. And so here, thank you for that. I will shout that out in a second. Here's what people had to say. We had 4 poll options. How do you think my convo with Asmongold will go on Monday? This will be fun to explore after it happens. Great and fun for both of us. 19.6% of the vote. Neutral and interesting. 10.5% of the vote. Negative and dramatic. 41.3% of the vote. Awful for both. A mistake. 28.6% of the vote. Thank you again for that super chat. I will shout that out in a minute.
What a boring poll.
So, there's also a gifted sub over on Kick. Thank you.
Okay.
Don't you have like over 20,000 followers? Yes.
He had opened a new
tab.
tab.
28,200 followers on X.
Like
the problem is, most of these are trolls. I'm not kidding. Most of the people who follow me on X are trollish and or aren't positive viewers. Or on the flip side of that, they are positive viewers, but they stay quiet. And the reason they stay quiet is the trolls.
What is there to talk about on this dumb fuck's Twitter? I challenge you to go to his fucking Twitter and find a post that you want to reply to. All his fucking tweets are schedule. I'm streaming now. I'm gonna do this. Okay, night stream is this. Like, it's just fucking marketing. And he has done this because he got so butthurt over having to constantly interact with people on Twitter, he gave up. Like, that's the short end of it. He gave up on trying because he kept getting called out on Twitter, and he just didn't want to deal with it. So instead of, like, I don't know, dealing with it or muting conversations or muting notifications or whatever the fuck, he just chose to make his account so boring and devoid of anything. He doesn't even retweet anything. He does nothing. What is there to talk about, my guy? Like, dude, I'm gonna go to his like YouTube post because it's basically the same thing as his Twitter. His YouTube posts literally mimic the Twitter account. We are live with my first stream of December. Join me for a holiday chill with Phil as we hang out. What am I gonna comment to that? Wow, Phil, you're playing Arc Raiders, yippee! When I could just, I don't know, watch the stream or comment on the video, like, there's nothing to respond to. So, of course you're gonna read in silence. Like, what are you gonna do? He's upset that that people are not giving him free publicity by retweeting his fucking streams. I'm sorry, but not everyone fucking retweets people's stream alerts. Like, come on. Come on, dog.
If they speak up positively, they're afraid they're going to get harassed. So they don't. They just kind of quietly follow and read everything that I post, but don't say anything.
There's nothing to talk
That's
about!
Why you'll notice it only had 11 likes. Okay.
Why would they like any of this dude's posts? Wow, you're playing a game? I like that. I like you play game. You're just gonna watch the stream. There's nothing to do on your Twitter, dude. You made your Twitter boring. I don't know what else to tell you. You can't really be upset that there's no engagement when you don't offer anything else.
Okay? So, 475 votes, most votes said negative and dramatic. Meaning, for me, because this one would have been awful for both.
I love he says, but I like that he says that it only affects him. What if it could also just affect Asmongold? Because let's say that a lot of people, even Asmongold fans, were like, "This is a terrible interview." And what if they just give him shit? That's still negative and dramatic. But I guess if it's bad on his end, it's gonna affect both. But whatever, okay.
For both, right? So they're saying, "Oh yeah, Bill, this is gonna go horribly for you. This is gonna go absolutely terrible, and it's just gonna all fall apart." Now, here's the thing. You might say, well, then, if that was a chance, why would you even do the interview? Because, to be honest with you guys, I don't think it could possibly get...
No, he saw an opportunity. This dude is a little fucking opportunistic little piggy. He knew Asmongold had a reach, and he was like, I could pignotize him in his audience. And that's what he ended up doing. That's what he did for the quarter week. You saw him try with the side scrollers, but the side scrollers actually had follow-ups to the questions that they were asking him that he couldn't answer. He didn't have the patience for. But when you have Asmongold that has no follow-up questions to any of his questions that are challenging or hard-hitting or whatever, it's easy for him to feel confident. That's all it was.
Get worse. I'm already where I am, buried in the algorithm, can't get found by anyone who wants to find my content, not benefiting from...
So then why doesn't he do other interviews like this? He had other similar opportunities and he turned them all down. Why did he stop doing DSP Asks It if he's already been through the worst, right?
Guys like Asmongold name-dropping me. So what is there to really lose? Even if Asmongold talks more shit, well, you still can't find me anyway. So what's the big deal? Right?
So then why was he so upset about the side scrollers then? He's downplaying the idea that, well, what if Asmongold says more negative things about me? Okay, well, side scrollers did, and you did a whole meltdown stream about it. But now you're telling us that Asmongold, who gets more viewers than fucking side scrollers, if he starts being negative, it won't affect him. This is just pure. Since it didn't happen, I can say whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, because it didn't happen. But imagine if it did.
Basically, I saw it was a win-win situation either way. Either it was a waste of my time to do the interview, but no one cares, or something positive comes of it, right? So
why was the side scroll such a big deal
now
then?
This is funny, because here we are a couple days removed from the interview. And to be honest, if you look at these options now, I would say what actually happened. Was it awful for both? Absolutely not.
Let me
was
guess.
Was it negative and dramatic?
Good for both.
I mean, there were dramatic questions asked
for us.
But did it end up being negative and dramatic and awful? No. Was it neutral and interesting? You could say that. You could say that maybe it actually turned into neutral and interesting. But honestly...
What was interesting?
To be frank, I think...
Dude, I can't even remember anything in that interview. Yeah, very interesting. I love that it's neutral and interesting. These are two words I wouldn't expect to be together. Maybe if you're discussing a news article or a documentary, this documentary was interesting and it's pretty neutral. It doesn't pick a side. I could see it used in that way. But
it's actually option number one. It was great and fun for both of us. Because by the end of the show, we were talking about games, we were talking about Twitch, Kick, the industry, being creators. It was great. So I think it was a beneficial conversation on both sides. He got some good content that he farmed out of me. And I'm getting...
So it's fine because but I thought it was bad to farm content. He literally mocked Kino Casino for being drama farmers. But it's okay for Asmongold to farm content from him. Okay.
Awesome positive boost. I'm getting people to have positive eyes on myself and my content for the first time in a very long time. And everyone's loving it, right? We're all enjoying this wild ride. Right now, I've got double the viewers that I normally would have for this podcast, and I guarantee you that this podcast will get great views on my channel. So, pretty awesome, huh? Pretty awesome. So, that's just kind of funny. Again, this is the kind of sentiment that was thrown against me previously. Everything for Phil will be negative and dramatic. Everything for Phil will be bad. Everything for Phil is doom.
He said the same thing. He said, well, it's gonna be more negativity. I've seen it all, blah, blah, blah. But now it's like...
and gloom, and it's the end of everything. And then come to find out, actually, no, it was completely the polar opposite, right? Exactly. So there you go. All right? So I'm very happy that it went the way it did. And now what I'd like to do is talk about the positive impact that this is having on the channel, on my content, the positive changes I've already made as a direct result, and how this is going to turn into something that I have wanted to do for a very long time and haven't been able to. Okay, but first, shout outs.
Okay, we're just gonna move on ahead.
You down. Appreciate you.
I'm just gonna give you a small rundown of this little baby segment he does.
DSP Gaming joined April 15th, 2010. 472 million views, 68,128 videos. Yeah. You're going to notice that I'm a little bit built different than others. I've been doing this full time.
Yeah, as you can see, I've been here since 2010, and I upload videos every day. Wow, you're telling me numbers go up if you upload more and more every day, every year? Whoa.
15 plus years, probably almost 16 at this point. I did it for a hobby for 2.5 years before that.
Did it for a hobby?
I actually made videos just for fun. I never planned that this would ever be my occupation or my...
No, what happened was he did want this to be his career, but he couldn't make money on gameplay, so he did a vlogging channel, and that's what he wanted to make money on. That's what happened.
Job. I had a full-time office job, and I was unexpectedly laid off from it out of nowhere. And I was left with a pile of debt. I just bought a condo. I had all these bills.
Yeah, you can't expect to pay my stuff. Another job application.
The job sector was awful at that time. I didn't know what I was going to do. Luckily, I had this hobby on the side, and I ended up essentially turning it into a career. But it never was expected to be. I mean, I've been living the dream, like I said. But man, when you say living the dream, yeah, I get to do what I love for a living. But now you see the other side of it. You see all these people who jump on you, who choke you, who ride your coattails, who try to take your popularity and your positivity and turn it into a boon for them when it's your hard work.
He took Asmongold's popularity and tried to make it for him.
Because let's be honest, I'm the one who's been grinding for 15 years, not my detractors. They literally just look at the hard work I do.
Actually, I have been grinding. If you guys don't know, I have actually done a 2025 challenge for myself where I draw every single day, upload every single time on Twitter of the drawings I've done, and it's a wild ride. I kind of want to do. I'm gonna do a video at some point going through all of the drawings. So I have to find a way to organize the art. It's pretty cool. I've been going through it, and it's crazy how I feel I could see like some improvement. But that's grinding. I've been grinding. Eat it. What has he been doing?
I do, and clip it and paste it. That's it. Most of them don't even have intelligent things to say. They just take shit out of context, put a fucking negative title on the video. Here you go. That's it. That's all they do. I'm the one who's making the content. Without me, they don't exist. They're just leeches. They're just parasites.
I make my own content.
So, thank you. I'm glad that you are now bringing that to light, that I've basically busted my ass for a very long time to let this happen and to...
Oh my god, this dude, like, he's thanking someone else for bragging for him. He bragged about his fucking anniversary every year. I've been doing this for this long.
Make this be successful. For the record, since we're here, very briefly,
Look how dumb
What
he
I'd
thinks
like
his
to show
audience
you
are.
about the channel,
Here
because
we
some people are
go.
curious about how the channel works.
Yeah, how does it work, Phil?
Daily archive videos obviously are in the video.
Whoa, wait. The videos go to the videos tab? Oh my god, this is earth-breaking. Phil, tell me how YouTube works. What does the create button mean?
Tab. I do not currently use YouTube Shorts. These are old shorts. I stopped doing them because they didn't really help the channel. Maybe that'll change in the future. You might.
Yeah, and you need someone else to make them for him too. You should look at the shorts he used to make on his own. It's really funny.
Click on live and be like, what's this? 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 11 months ago, 1 year ago, 3 years ago, 5. Doesn't he stream daily? I do. But I don't archive my streams. What I do is I cut my streams up into digestible portions. So, for example, this podcast, I cut it out as a separate video, and I upload it as a separate video for you to watch just the podcast. Upload them separately, title them, put thumbnails on them. Easier for you to watch.
Well, easier for you to watch. Don't tell me what's easier for me to watch,
So
bitch.
if you're interested in any of my podcasts, boom.
Boom.
Here's the daily wrap, a video that I do at the end of every day to summarize what I've been up to. The Level 1 podcast, which is literally what we're doing right now. These are some legacy shows. Like I used to do an Ask the King show where people would do Q&A. It was a Q&A show. I don't do that anymore. And this is before I called it the Level 1 podcast. It was just a pre-stream. That's that. So there you go. These are the 2 active shows right here. If you want to get caught up.
I hate the mouse acting. It's so boomer coded. This is like, oh my god,
you should check out, okay? If you go to the playlist tab, on this tab, this is all my gameplay.
No way. Playlist tab? Where the playlists go? Whoa.
Did a FemShep Renegade playthrough of Original Mass Legendary Edition. Man, I wonder if Phil ever played Mass Effect.
Whoa. No. What he should do is, did Phil ever play Catherine? Did he ever play Catherine? Whoa, he did, and he reviewed it? Oh boy, what's in the review?
What's going on, everyone? DSP here. And depending on the answers you give to sides of the game, I like the puzzle aspect, and I like the story and the anime and all the stuff that was going on with the morality choices on the other side.
Whoa, he loved the story, the puzzles, the anime? He loves that part of Catherine. Whoa. Thank you, YouTube search engine.
Yeah, I played Mass Effect Andromeda, Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition, the original Mass Effect 3, the Leviathan DLC, the Citadel DLC. I did a FemShep Renegade playthrough of original Mass Effect 1. You can keep going. Mass Effect 2 Overlord DLC. And you just scroll down, you'll see more and more and more. This is how you should find my content. You go to my channel page, you go to the playlist tab. Chances are, if you...
I like it says he thinks the magnifying glass is exclusive for the playlist. That is not true. It's just a search for in the channel. It's just a general search.
You can think of it. I've probably played it.
Okay, let's think about what he has played. Let's see. Demon School. Did he play this game? Did he play Demon School? No. He played Devil May Cry 3 though. Pretty badly too, dude.
In fact, right now in chat, someone name a random game. Now in chat, someone just type the name of a random video game.
Dude, this is
Let's see what we get first.
This is E3 press conference energy. This is what you like, guys. Welcome to the Sony press conference, guys. Type a game in the little pad that we provided to you, and then they type in a game. Bam! It shows up on the screen. Yeah, it's on the PS6. Yeah, it's playable. Type another game. As you see, we have instituted a new processor. Cell Processor 2. Dun dun dun.
Heavy Rain.
Why not Never Dead? Why didn't he type that?
Heavy Rain anniversary run from when it was re-released in HD. Heavy Rain PS Move demo from back in the day when they ported it to the PS Move. Best and worst of DSP Classics Heavy Rain.
I love. Yes. Type a game. And he picks the most basic bitch-ass game. Heavy Rain. Didn't even want to type in Never Dead. Why not pick a fun game?
Best and worst moments from my original playthrough, and then you can actually find the original playthrough. Okay, so it's all here. Okay, and by the way, again, everything is in a playlist, even though it might just come up as the individual video. Every single video game that I have played and done a series on, it's in a playlist. You can just hit play and watch from start to finish. Okay.
Whoa, wait, that's how like how dumb he thinks they are. So I'm not gonna watch the rest of this. Like, we all know what this is all about. Let's do this. I think that's where I'm gonna end it because this video is long enough.
All gonna come alive, aren't they?
Wait.
Oh, by the way, I have something that I need to publicly say right now, because actually, I saw a comment on a video, and I need to address it. Okay. I'm actually gonna pause the recording right now.
I love he added that in the recording. Let's listen out. Like, it's so unhinged. He says this, alright guys, I have something to tell you. And then he cuts. Like, why say that? Why say that in the recording?
Right now, because it has nothing to do with the playthrough. I need to say this publicly right now and get it off my chest.
And why right now? Again, this is the same day where he like says, yeah, you may notice it's a little mean, but I like it because they can give me money.
Yes, and then people need to listen up because it's important.
And then he says that he's not going to moderate the chat, he's not going to do this or that.
So as everyone knows, we have newcomers that are coming to the streams. They're hanging out, they're chilling, they're having a good time. I've gotten a couple different comments now stating that people are trying to watch on Kick and that the Kick audience over there is being maliciously negative.
Wait, you're telling me that it wasn't a good idea to allow the Kick chat to a degree to troll you? That's not a good idea to entice new viewers? How did DSP come up with this? I love he had to be told this. Like, this was something like anyone with a brain would say, I think this is a dumb idea. But it's very obvious why he did it. Because he's like, well, people are going to troll me. Why not drive them to go to Kick so I can get paid for their view? Because he thinks that that all the trolls will go there to troll him and he'll get paid more because more views are going to Kick. But, of course, once people know you get paid by the view, they're just not going to do that. So it might not have been a good idea to do that and just focus on trying to make the Kick chat a normal chat. But instead, he wants it to be a troll chat, and then when other people are like, I don't like the troll chat, Phil, I just want to chill and have fun on Kick, he's like, okay, now I gotta put my hoof down. And then even after this, he goes back to allowing it to be a troll chat anyway. And the kicker about this, the thing he's gonna complain about is stuff he has literally complained about before. He has always been against this kind of trolling forever. It's so funny to me that like that we're acting as if this is new. Guys, he has complained about this, saying, "It's not your job, it's my job. Don't beg, it's my job to beg."
Saying things like, you're not supporting enough, you need to support more. And they're actually getting turned.
And again, the reason why people do this trolling, at least in my mind, is just simply, it's so annoying when the streamer does it. The audience is doing it to kind of just showcase to DSP how annoying it is. But see, DSP is so dented and stupid, he cannot like realize that's why they're doing it. Like, in a way, and also, this is just literally the poetic moment of DSP creating the monster. So, the Kick chat, is the Frankenstein monster, and DSP is Dr. Frankenstein. He created the monster, he unleashed the monster, and now he can't control the monster?
Turned off, saying, you're not saying it, Phil, but these people are, and it's not a friendly environment, therefore, I don't want to watch on Kick. No. You're not allowed.
So then why do you guide them to go to YouTube? I thought the YouTube chat's where the real fans go. Huh?
To say that. And if you do, I'm about to ban.
And again, he's this upset, but he has openly bragged about the Kick Chat being the troll chat. Why is he surprised that this is happening? Come on.
Ban your ass, and if you come back with a sock account, I'm also going to ban your ass again until I ban you into fucking oblivion. It is not
like he did with Iron Chef Sakai. He banned him and then he gave him money and then he let him back in, then he banned him again, then he gave him more money and he let him back in again. Yeah, like that.
Your place to say toxic things to newcomers. If people want to contribute, they can.
But Phil, what if they're just describing how they feel about the stream? You didn't get, what if you just don't get support? They're just stating an observation that they're not supporting. Huh?
Choose to ask for contributions on my own stream. That's my prerogative, not yours. If I see it, he
has had this rant before, but again, he allowed the monster to grow and continue because he has openly stated the Kick Chat is the troll chat. It's the rambunctious, chaotic chat. And now he's trying to tame the rambunctious chat. You created the monster, Phil!
It's an instant ban. I'm done with you. Because you are toxic holdovers from two fucking dumbass mouth-drooling drama queen.
I love its toxic holdovers. But Phil, you have bragged about how these people are in your chat and you get to make money off their attendance. And you don't want to moderate them. Because you get money. He said... I just love how like he just said that outright, thinking that was probably a cool thing for him to say, even though it just shows he's only keeping them for the money. And now when an actual viewer's like, Phil, they're trolls, he's like, what the fuck? Phil, you wanted this to happen. You wanted them to be trolls. You can't blame the chat for doing what you told them it was okay for them to do. Hello?
Drama queen monkeys who don't add anything to this fucking planet, Kino Casino, and I don't want you ruining an opportunity for newcomers to come find my content because you're pissed that I don't like them. Fuck.
I like he's like doubling down on this, but we are like months removed from that. I don't think they care that he doesn't like them. I think it's just they are just trolling you because you said it was fine. You said it was just that it's part of the nature of Kick Chat. They're the chaotic, rambunctious chat.
Fuck you. So I want you out of my chat. If you're going to act like that, go right now and never come back. Because if
At this point, I wish when he had these rants, someone says, but Phil, you told us that we're the rambunctious chat. I thought it was okay for us to troll. You said so. Like, because at this point, he made it in a way that you can't really blame the Kick Chat for being trolls when he has openly talked about how they are trolls and he's okay with the trolls trolling.
Because if I see it, it's an instant fucking ban. Okay? And if you don't believe me, test me and see what happens. Okay.
Yeah, see what happens.
Okay, everyone. Sorry about that. Had to say something. It was pretty important, but now I'm back.
Pretty important. Like, he says it, but like, dude, that's complete trauma bait. He's like, yeah, I gotta talk to the chat. Hold on, guys. Okay, I'm back. It was very important. Okay, very serious.
I believe the playground is right out here.
All right. I don't think I need to even watch this, honestly, because it's just gonna be the same. So let's just skip ahead, see what happens.
I will keep Frankie in the party because we were supposed to anyway. Like, I need him.
Yeah, keep
the whole idea is don't eat the meat. Then why eat something that looks and tastes like meat? Because then it's gonna make you think of meat again, and you're gonna want.
Oh my god, this is
if him. Right now that has steak. I never.
Oh my god,
fat and the meat has that great season. You know, I stopped eating steak. I stopped eating. Cause that issue, namely red meat, is the #1 cause of a gout flare-up. So when I phased out red meat and I stopped eating burgers, I stopped eating steak, I stopped eating, anything that you could think of that, red meat oriented,
he ate steak recently.
I stopped craving it. Like straight up, like bacon, I can eat, but I don't really crave it anymore. It's good every once in a while.
I thought he talked about
rarity,
going to like a steakhouse.
but I don't ever think in my head, man, I really want some bacon right now. It just doesn't happen. Steak, I used to love steak. I used to love a nice steak with a char on it. You get that smoky charcoal flavor, a little crispiness on the outside, but meltiness of the fat, and the meat has that great season, it's the flavor. I know, I remember it, but I literally don't crave it at all. If I go to a restaurant right now that has steak, I never buy steak. I don't even think about it. Like,
Oh
I
my
don't want
god!
it
Wow!
because I phased it
Wow,
out of my
man!
diet. I don't think I
This dude is really that kind of guy that will eat steak forever and not think about like, yeah, it's fine to eat steak, but it's also like not the healthiest thing that you can eat. I mean, you get some nutrients from it, but
want it anymore. So if
like
you're a vegan or
this is something like if you're a college student, you may do this, but then like at some point it's gonna catch up to you. You're like, what the fuck?
a vegetarian, and the whole idea is don't eat the meat, then why eat something that looks and tastes like meat? Because then
I like that he thinks that people like vegetarians like they're against meat or whatever. Like sure, there's like that's where it kind of started. Like, oh, I just don't believe in animal cruelty, but it could also mean but there's a lot more to it. Like because that's on one hand, it's like, what if they understand the concept of like, oh, we have cows and we kill them for their meat, but what if they don't agree with the practice of how they're doing it or the ethics behind how they do it? Like maybe there's other ways to do it. They don't want to benefit that or other issues. Like there's more to it, and it's not that like rudimentary anymore. And it's like, who cares? Like this whole idea, this whole pushback against vegetarian stuff has like pretty much gone away. Because it's like, do what you want, eat what you want.
then it's going to make you think of meat again. And you're going to want meat, even though...
Like, but this dude says, he told the wings to drink seltzer water to replace soda. And it's like, why would you recommend that? Wouldn't the carbonation or whatever the fuck in seltzer water make you crave soda? Huh?
Even though you're not going to eat it. That's what I don't get. Like, for
it's just a taste. Like, you realize that people may choose to be vegetarian for health reasons. Like, maybe their cholesterol's too high up. Maybe there's too much fat content in their body or whatever. So they opt for vegan or vegetarian alternatives. So they just use other seasonings for that to like substitute that. Like, there's a whole thing behind it. But he's so, like, ignorant, and he has no interest in, like, learning.
For me, I just, like, say, nah, get it out. Get it out of my diet. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
And so now I don't want it anymore.
Like, what if it's not about that? Or what if they have better control of it? Like, this dude is, like, he says he's a recovering alcoholic, or he was an alcoholic. But any alcoholic would tell you they wouldn't want to be in the same room, or maybe not in the same room, but they wouldn't want to have any temptation around alcohol, right? Like, maybe they can tolerate, like, if they may go to the bar with a friend and all that. But that's like on them, and if they have the willpower to do that. But a lot of times, like, they don't want to do that, and a good friend would like understand that and not take them there, right? Like, there's all these certain things about it. But DSP like drinks like every truck sim stream. He hypes up drinking every marathon. And it's like, he doesn't really act like an alcoholic. He acts like a steakaholic, though.
Ferb says, well, a lot of people choose to be vegan or vegetarian because of the animals that get slaughtered. It's not for health reasons. That's why they do tofu meat.
Oh my god, that's really stupid. Health is part of the reasons, though. Oh my god, these people. Like, health is part of a reason. Come on.
Okay, I guess if it's a personal preference, okay.
It's
so
both.
I see what you're
It's
saying.
anything. It's anything you want it to be, because everyone has different opinions. Hello?
For health purposes, they basically do like the flavor of meat, but they don't want to murder an animal, so therefore... Okay, all right. Okay,
No. I remember vaguely. It's like he did bring that up multiple times in the past. So the whole point of being a vegetarian is not slaughtering animals. So why would you want your tofu meat to taste like meat, huh? Like this is completely backwards with what he said, because how does that make sense to him? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's whatever people want it to be because it's their own fucking choice. He's so judgmental over people on how they're a vegetarian. Like, fuck off, man. You're not a vegetarian. Why are you judging them?
Maybe that is a justification then. Oh, fair enough. Although, again, my line of reasoning immediately goes to, well, you don't want to murder the animal, yet you're okay with, like, slaughtering a whole bunch of plants, which are also alive.
But plants grow! Plants are, they oh my god, this dude is so stupid. It's so stupid. Plants have an easier time reproducing because they just spread their seeds around at a higher volume than fucking animals. You realize a lot of animals eat plants, right? Like, dude, this dude is fucking stupid. He's so stupid. It's unreal.
I mean, they're not sentient, but they are alive. You're okay with killing the plants.
Oh my god.
It's the circle of life, right?
That is such childish thinking. This is what children... Like, when you're a child trying to debug vegetarians when you're that, like, annoying, you're gonna say that, and then you'll sound like a fucking idiot. The vegetarian will just look at you like, you're a fucking dumb fuck. Fuck off. But they'll say it kindly because you're a kid. But this is a 43-year-old adult.
Right? Like, you have to get rid of some life for life to go on. It's just kind of the natural way of
Okay,
things.
so then what was the point? What was the point of bringing up the plant then? Oh my god, this dude, like, it's so stupid.
It happened, that's just how it is.
What was
I didn't
the
choose
point
to be born
then?
into this existence. I'm just here, you know? So I just got to kind of deal with those things. But I don't know. Hold on a second.
Yeah,
here.
you don't know.
Jade says, I don't eat any turkey, but I do like Thanksgiving Day.
And this guy says this as this dude is, like, all about turkey burgers. And I love that he has the same, like, I'm sorry, but these people who make a big point, like, yeah, I don't eat turkey. I don't like turkey on Thanksgiving. Wow, what a brave take, man. Wow. Holy shit, guys. This guy doesn't eat turkey on Thanksgiving. He doesn't think it's a big deal. Wow. Dude, what an amazing take. Dude, that's so brave. Wow. Guys, he doesn't eat turkey. But guess what he does because his parents buy him a turkey every year.
I think that's true for a lot of people. Like I said, the turkey thing is the traditional thing. It's the thing everyone talks about. It's the thing everyone claims you should do. It's not necessarily what you have to do. If you just don't like turkey, it's not your thing. I get the feeling a lot of people don't do it.
Holy shit. No way. That's crazy. Okay. Huh? Alright, I'm done with that. Yeah, I don't think we need to listen to the rest of this. Let's vibe check his Arc Raider stream. You know, the game you said that wouldn't work.
Get right now. I had to cancel out. Isn't that great? What?
Shawnee here. Keep your eyes peeled, Raider. We have field depots scattered all around topside.
What happened?
Makeshift structures with tarps and an antenna on top.
A delivery just arrived. I have to bring the stuff in, so I can't play. That's why I was trying to cancel the drop, and the game just put me in as I was canceling it.
Okay.
So I just had to, I wonder what happens. Now that I just canceled out, did I just lose all my stuff? I probably did, huh?
Oh.
Because there's a ton of stuff I have to go get right now. I had to cancel out.
A ton of stuff.
Isn't that great?
Isn't it funny?
Right. Yeah.
He said that Wings got sick, so he canceled out. The same day, DSP was getting a chair. Very, very, very.
I'm not kidding.
Interesting.
As I was doing that, the delivery came, so I have to go get the delivery right now.
Oh, we're $70.
So
wow.
I have to go do it.
Again, I think we're gonna be stuck with getting $170, like, roughly for a while. And it's gonna be so funny if he just keeps getting $150 and he has to, like, eat it. Because he got $150 every day. Or, like, a majority of the time and still begged. And if you think of the same amount of money now, is he just gonna beg again? Like, it's gonna be very awkward. I thought he was, like, banned.
Haven't
Not banned.
asked for a
Trolls.
single contribution since I got off the stream with Asmongold.
Whoa, he never did it. Whoa. And it just happened to coincide when he got a lot of money. That never happened before.
So it's been a week, right? So what exactly do you think they're talking about? Do you think if they're saying something that they're talking about reality? Or do you think that they're just talking about their useless, nonsensical memes, their garbage content that completely lies over?
I love it just because he doesn't beg anymore. There's nothing else to dunk on him for. Dude, you have a lot of dumb takes and you're a fucking fake person. Like, come on.
Exaggerates. Because in their minds, as I explained to Asmongold, whenever I do something to improve myself, they just move the goalpost to the next thing. So if it's not that my content...
Yeah, because it's called, like, a rebuttal. Like, okay, like, people move on to the next thing because it's like a laundry list of issues that they have with you.
Sucks, and I don't have the best quality content. I'm a dinosaur. I'm behind the times. If it's not that, I rage too much. I blame the game developers, all of that. If it's not that...
Again, look at the tone of how he's describing this. Does this sound like a dude who genuinely feels like he's embarrassed by these things? No. He sounds more upset that he got called out for it than anything else.
I'm playing mobile games and spending all my money on WWE champions.
While you also act as if, like, your bank is overdrawn. He literally talked about his bank account being overdrawn. Literally. And now he's like, yeah, man, like, I dumped some money. Come on.
If it's not that, oh, well, now he just sits around and begs all day. So what's the next thing? Because you know there's a next thing. There will never not be a next thing.
Mine has been pretty consistent. You're just a fake person. You're not genuine in anything you believe in. You believe in nothing. And it's like, nothing you say has any merit or weight. You literally are acting as if these things that people had issues with aren't a big deal. Because if you generally made these changes because you think that you grew and matured, why do you keep bringing them up as if you were forced to do it, right? He had so many segments saying, I grew up. I understand that what I said was offensive. And then he would go on the next day, yeah, people are a bunch of pussies. I would say this, but I'm being canceled. I'm being censored. But I thought you grew up. I thought you understood that these things were offensive. When people called him up for the slave trade joke, he didn't even want to even go through the exercise of, wow, you're so right, that was fucked up of me. I'm sorry. He didn't even want to do that. He doubled down on it. But this guy will sit there and be like, these people are moving the goalposts. Don't worry, man. I got you. You're just a fake fuck.
That's how they are. But for me, I don't care. I'm already on to my better life for a whole week now. I don't have to...
He has said this for years. And again, he has bragged how he has made more money before Asmongold. Like, he literally said his life is so much better, and he still begged. How do you explain that then? Like, it's insane. It is insane to say, yeah, I'm better now because I stopped begging. As he made this, like, tiny a bit more money than he did before. But he made $150 every day. And this dude will go on and on saying, let's hit the goal, let's do this. But he didn't do this change because he wanted to. Notice that. He never made this change for his own fans. He needed Asmongold to make drama about it, which the drama wasn't even about that. It was about how he withheld the fucking chat messages and how egregious his attitude was. He apologized again for his attitude, which he has done for years. Years of apologizing for being mean. And then after even apologizing, he even mocked people for calling it out. If you're saying that I'm being mean, then why did you apologize? You don't think you were being mean, dumb fuck? Nothing he says is genuine. And this dude is sitting there like, yeah, people move on to the next thing. They're like, fuck off, dude. Nothing you say has any meaning. And he takes any suggestion to nothing. Like, this stop begging thing, he could have done a week before Asmongold. He could have done after he left Kino Casino. He was hitting the goal more often, according to him. And again, he has said a $50 stream was successful in the past. $50. And suddenly it's, well, now I need $150. He gets $150 like frequently, like more often than not, to the point where he's getting these retries every week. Still begs. His chat says, Phil, can you stop begging? Ah, you love it. Shut up. Then Asmund says, Phil, I think begging is stupid. He's like, yeah, yes, sir, Asmund. I love you. Thank you for the extra whales. Yeah, man. What would people say about him?
Worry about anything. I just chill with you guys and have a great time every day, and I'm happy. So why do I give a crap what they're doing to cope for the fact that now I have changed for the better, and all the things that they have said are bullshit, and there's nothing else for them to really have a gripe with? That there's 5 million other people.
Why did it take you? Why did it take you months to stop begging?
Now that they should not agree with, yet they're still making content about me, right? Like, why would I care? Let them make their content, and I don't care.
Huh. Asmongold made content about Phil. Phil instantly wants to respond to Asmon, wants to be in his DMs immediately. Kino Casino makes content. I don't care. I don't care.
Care at all about what they say and do. You know, that's it. Don't give a shit. None of their criticisms are valid, so why do I give a shit? You guys, if you want to criticize me and say, hey, let's improve this way or that way, I'll listen to you. I ain't going to listen to these people who they benefit by saying that I'm bad in some way. Because then what's their benefit to ever having me improve? There is none. They want me to be this joke so they can make money.
That doesn't make any sense.
So I don't listen to their crap.
Whatever.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. He doesn't give a shit.
And if you don't want me to ever talk about them again, don't ever ask about them, and I won't talk about them.
Again, all this stuff that he has to do has to be forced onto him. He cannot have this self-control. Like, there's so many other times he gets a troll tip. I'm not reading that. It's a troll tip. I'm not going to respond. And then he moves on. But now he's telling his chat, don't talk about them, and I won't talk about them. So, then that's not really telling them to stop, is it? I want you to stop this action, but I'm not going to tell you to stop, but I'm just going to say, no, I got it. I don't want to be angry, guys, so don't, but if you piss me off, I will get mad. Like, what kind of, like, logic is that? Like, if you don't want to talk about Kino Casino, then don't talk about them. It's very obvious that he knows that if he talks about them, he gets a cheap pap. But he also gets the shield of, it's my chat. Now, I love that, like, he says this to his own chat, but again, he criticizes LTG and Wings for being led astray by their chat. Oh, you read your chat and you respond, and it's dumb and dangerous. But as his chat does it, well, I'm gonna have to respond to you guys bring it up. I think I found something he can improve on, guys.
About them again, because you notice I don't unless you guys ask me. So if you don't want to talk about it, don't ask me about it.
But what if, like, Papa on Drugs brings up Kino Casino and wants you to talk about it and you respond, but RGB Kings doesn't want you to respond? Like, you see how dumb this is when you literally, like, analyze what he's telling his chat? Again, he's not a cult member, he doesn't want people to have the same hive mind, but he wants his whole chat to be in compliance with each other. So if RGB Kings doesn't want Kino Casino discourse, Papa on Drugs has to absolutely obey RGB Kings for not wanting him to talk about drama. See how dumb this is? Why don't you make your own fucking decision for what's your dumb fuck life, you dumb fuck? Everything this dude says is from other people's dreams. He loved Clear Obscure. Did he ever play it on his own? Is he gonna play the rest of Act 3 on his own? No, he needed Asmongold's little blessing to play the game again. And again, he shits on his audience for not liking RPGs. But what was the audience that was there for Suikoden? They hate RPGs, but they love Suikoden. Make that make sense.
I like retro gaming, and I've thought about doing retro gaming streams. We never put anything regularly into the schedule. For example, we have had times where I'll do a marathon of Mega Man. We did that 3 times this year, and we actually beat Mega Man 1 through 7, and we were just about finished Mega Man 8, and we ran out of time. Okay? I would like to do another Mega Man marathon next year where we finish 8 and we do 9 and 10. Okay? When the Genesis Mini came out many years ago, I actually did a series of streams 1 through 4. And when I say my audience, I mean my audience that I've had for years, not this newfound audience that I got in the last. But, you know, I really, if you want to know the truth, it's because, quite frankly, my audience, and when I say my audience, I mean my audience that I've had for years, not this newfound audience.
What a cool guy
that I got in the last week. But my audience generally don't like watching me play retro games.
That makes 0 sense. 0. He hit the goals to do these stupid fucking marathons before, and he said that we loved them. And again, I love that he's telling the new audience how annoying the old audience was. What a grateful little piggy. Yeah, my old audience, they didn't like that. Wow, I would definitely love to tune in to listen to my favorite streamer shit on me that I've been watching for years. Get out of here.
And that, for me, it is disappointing because I'm a child of the 90s.
Then why was Suicune such a success? He played the classic Final Fantasy games. We sat through fucking the Marvel collection. We sat through retro games, and he's acting as if he forced that upon us. Come on, man.
I grew up in the 80s, but I was playing gaming in the 90s and as a teenager. My formative years of gaming were based around games like Final Fantasy 4 and 6, Chrono Trigger, Zelda, Link to the Past, Super Mario World, Street Fighter 2, right? These were the games I grew up absolutely loving. And I would love to play these games for a modern audience. But whenever I try, I don't get much interest. Case in point, it was 2-3 years ago, I played Chrono Trigger because I was just absolutely...
No, you're not gonna fucking slander this. You bragged about fucking Chrono Trigger being a massive success for your fucking audience. He better not slander that playthrough. He praised that playthrough.
Craving this game. And I played it. I loved it. The playthrough didn't do good.
Bullshit. He bragged about that playthrough. He said it was a memorable, meaningful playthrough. And now, well, no one liked it. Oh my god, such a fake piece of shit.
I still played the whole thing, but it's now twice I've played Chrono Trigger, and I said, well, if the playthrough does well, then I'll go back and I'll do all the alternate endings. We'll actually unlock all the optional content or whatever.
I hate these fucking Christmas animations. They're so bad. The audio is not synced up. It's not good to listen to. Like, it's kind of clear, in my opinion, I think what's going on is he ran the audio in some kind of AI to make it so it doesn't get copyright claimed. And at that point, why don't you just record yourself saying humbug? But these are all fucking videos of old boomer movies. The Muppets Christmas Carol? I mean, I like the Muppets Christmas Carol. It's great. But my god, man, it's not the fucking Bible of Christmas stories.
It never
and then
works.
the audio
it's
just
like,
cuts.
I'll just do the base game, and people get bored and stop showing up, and I'm like, oh.
The humming comes before the fucking clip.
Same thing happened with Claire Obscure this year, where I love the game. Hands down, Game of the Year contender for me. Not saying it's going to be my Game of the Year, but it's a Game of the Year contender for me. I get to Act 3. Everyone's like, just finish the game and stop playing it. We don't want to show up anymore. We're tired of this game. Play anything else. And I'm like, sucks because I love this game. I want to actually do all the content and unlock it, and I couldn't. Now, with this newfound audience, you guys...
Why couldn't he balance it with other successful playthroughs, right? Whatever.
As you're committing to come by and hang out and support it, I'm going to play more Claire Obscure this month. I can't wait to go back to Claire.
Again, he's saying you have to support it. Support it. Okay.
Obscure this month, quite frankly. I'm just really excited for it. So I'm excited for the future where I can have more people watch me play the kind of stuff that I like.
And again, he is shitting on his fucking longtime fan. There's really no point in being a regular for him. You're not good enough. He doesn't care about you. But this new audience, oh, he's willing to suck their dicks. But not yours. Fuck you. eat it. Eat whatever he gives you. Eat the slop he gives you. But this new audience, I'm gonna do everything you want. Isn't this cool? Like, he's more glazing the fucking new audience than the fucking old audience. Why?
And we'd be limited to always playing new game.
Oh my god, this is insane. This is another rant, another recycled rant where he's like, I don't want to be Mr. New Games. And he would also say, guys, it's so great, I'm such a variety streamer. I can do all kinds of games. And now he's like, guys, I was just doing new game. Guess what? We're gonna get that again because there's no other game out. Like, oh my god, man, come on.
Game, because that's kind of how it's almost always been. If I'm not playing something new, it doesn't really get attention. Thank you to Mr. Member. Good to see you today. $10 super chat. He says, here's a vote for some emulated retro games. Thank you,
So why
Mr.
don't you
Member.
play any old games right now?
I appreciate that.
We're playing Arc Raiders.
The future is bright and the sky's the limit. As long as we got people that are along for the ride, I can do whatever I want, right? So
because he's not doing anything meaningful. By the time he plays retro games, it's gonna be the fucking autistic. Oh, guys, January Mega Man. We're gonna do Mega Man now. Oh, there's nothing going on. We'll do retro games, guys. Isn't this amazing? I can do this now because it just so happens there's no new games. Come on. If that's the case, do it now. What happened to the Mortal Kombat collection? Remember when he was gonna play the online for that game? Where's that? Why don't you play the Mario the 1,000-Year Door? What happened to that? Why don't you do that?
I'm excited.
Fucking carrot dangle a fucking new audience that he thinks he has.
G-Man, in general, I have stayed away from doing user interactive content simply because my trolls are so bad they ruin it. I'll give you an example.
You have a new audience.
You guys probably would not know this. Way back in the day, we're talking 10 years ago.
No.
Every single year, in December actually, it was around this time of year, I would actually do what I called the Fan Appreciation Series. All right? For about 2 weeks, I would do almost non-stop multiplayer lobbies, fan interactive events, and just generally fun stuff with my audience. So,
what I mean on Patreon and nobody showed up
together with a party that we all coordinate. Play some Call of Duty, play some Assassin's Creed multiplayer, play some fighting games, right? That kind of stuff. And it worked. It was great. For many years, we had a great time with it. And particularly, I remember when it finally fell apart. I think it was Metal Gear Solid 5 had a multiplayer mode.
That's 2015. It's 10 years ago.
I made the lobby.
I love he says 10 years ago. Yeah, when MGS5 came out. That's when it, like, okay.
And half the lobby was trolls. So because of that...
Yeah, but he's forgetting the key thing here. He put fan appreciation behind a paywall. You had to pledge to his Patreon so you could be cleared to be on it. Nobody was able to play with him because he only played new games. I remember an old Tevin video mentioned that. Said like, yeah, if you're gonna do a fan appreciation, you should like have some old games there that everyone has. Because if you're just playing new games, you're gonna limit the pool because not everyone buys new games day one like Phil. And again, like, you can't really like coordinate that very well anyway. So of course the trolls are gonna get in because not a lot of fans had these games. Like, come on.
Sadly, the people who actually wanted to play and had scheduled time in their schedules logistically. Keep in mind, I have an international.
The only game I will say he had a genuine problem with was Call of Duty. I don't know how he would have done it otherwise, but the other games I don't think were slammed that badly. Like Street Fighter 5, literally nobody showed up for that. Like, I was able to get in that. I was the Karen Kazuki player. I did pretty decently. I did better than that Street Fighter 4 match. I got close. I got close to beating his fucking Geef.
Everyone's American, and we're all
crazy.
Times like, I had to figure out streaming times around when people would be there, when they could. I had slots set up, people showing up. You can play now. You can play now. We figured it all out, and we go to play it. The trolls completely ruin it for everyone. They're giving away position. They're
oh my god,
they're teabagging. They're shooting guns wildly into the air.
They're teabagging. Oh no!
Now imagine you're a fan of mine. You've been waiting years to be able to play with me. It's finally
years. I thought you did every year.
The entire thing's ruined by trolls. How would you feel? Shitty, right? So after that, and
he played Street Fighter 6. He had an open lobby. He had people show up, and he was able to kick them. It wasn't that big of a deal. The only time he got a problem was when he got outplayed by a troll and had an awkward talk. Like, he literally fought against, like, what was a Master Luke? And then we had that awkward, like, yeah, nobody can come in if you're master players or whatever. It was really awkward, and it was very obvious that DSP just didn't want a drama segment from it. But, you know...
And again, it wasn't just that. Was every game. It ended up being Battlefield. It ended up being Call of Duty. They ruined all of them. And I said, there's no point in doing it anymore. I don't want to give them the opportunity to basically ruin what's supposed to be a positive event for my viewers who like me. So I just stopped doing the events. And instead, I kind of stayed to myself doing single-player content. If I do multiplayer content, I'm just a random that drops into a lobby, plays, and drops out. I've found workarounds to stop the trolling as long as I don't do certain kinds of stuff. And even then, the times that I have attempted to do it, so for example, with Street Fighter, because you're even saying something like, would you play a Street Fighter tournament with your viewers? I've done lobbies, like Street Fighter lobbies, where I say anyone can join, here's the lobby. 9 times out of 10, it's some idiot, their name is something insulting to myself or my family members, or it's doxing, something awful. I play them, I kick their ass, and then what's the point? No one got anything out of that. They think that they got one up on me for having this messed up name on the screen.
Yeah, but you beat them, and then
they're like, haha.
Yeah, but like, dude, the way the game works is you can have it so that if they lose their turn, and then the game puts the next person in line. Like, he acts as if like that, like whatever. Okay.
Accomplished, and it's like, so what did I do it for? And by the way, typically they don't do well. Like when I do those lobbies, it's not like I get attention and people are liking the content. It's more like, wow, Phil's just beating up on scrubs. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. I whoop on them because they're not there to be good. They're there to get the attention for being there.
Okay.
That's why I kind of just stopped doing that stuff. There was no point. I did it. I think it was a month of lobbies in Street Fighter 6 when the game was new. No one really liked it, and I stopped doing it, and that was the end of it.
I don't think nobody hated it. I mean, I thought it did pretty well, but whatever.
No, you see, it's not. Copium says, yeah, but dumpstering trolls is fun from time to time. No, it's not. Listen, I have nothing to prove. All right? I don't. I've already won. I'm the one whose life is getting to play video games and so jealous and pissed off that I'm successful. I need to waste my time. Content, nah. No, you see, here's the thing.
Again, we're still talking about drama. He doesn't talk about trolls, guys.
This is where
we look ahead, not back, as we talk about the past.
I differentiate myself from other people who have been categorized as lolcows, okay, and
oh my god,
have done this kind of
thing. Why are we doing this now? I have to go. I figured one class.
They're categorized as lolcows, and they lean into the content. They lean into it. Laugh with the meme, play with the troll.
But that's what you do for your kick chat. Your kick chat's a bunch of trolls trolling you because you're a lolcow. You are leading into it, my guy.
Give them what they want. That I started saying last year in regards to this mentality, okay? Once you put the clown makeup on...
No, you put the clown makeup on, though. He joined Kino Casino. He did it for 6 months, and then he leaves. So he was able to do that, but RTU, who was on lolcow Live or whatever the fuck, he's forever a lolcow, right? He's forever a drama hound. Same with Wings and all these other people, but not DSP. What does that mean?
It never washes off. What does that mean? It means that once you lower yourself to the level of being a lolcow and you accept it, and
the guy who showed us his underwear is saying that other people have lowered themselves and all this stuff, not him. Not Mr. Look at my underwear. I have underwear that has the days of the week on.
Now, this becomes your reality, your persona. This is you on the internet, so just lean into it. You can't ever go back. Now, you have to do lolcow content, or else you can never get success ever again. You might have once been known as someone who made news reports, vlogging.
That's the difference. He found success even after leaving from Kino Casino. Oh, okay.
Gameplay.
Very convenient.
But the moment that you become this monetize the lolcow status, That is all you will ever be for the rest of your life, and you
But
have
again,
to accept it or quit.
He's making money off of
There's
having
people who are learning
trolls in
that
his
the hard
kick
way
chat.
right now, and it's sad because I feel bad for these people who maybe got into something they didn't realize they were getting into.
What?
And now they're stuck, and they try so hard, and they don't know what's going on. Like, well,
oh my god!
Think about it.
Oh my god, they don't know what's going on. He's acting as if these were like actors that were like that signed up to be in like a Disney Channel sitcom, and then like the network like strings them, leaves them out to dry, like the Peter Pan actor. Oh my god!
You entertained the trolls. You gave them what they wanted. You took their money. You took their attention. But now that's all
take their money
get for the
too.
rest of your life. For me, I've been the one who staunchly fights against it.
Until I joined the Kino Casino.
I'm still going to be legit. I'm still going to make positive content that my viewers are going to be entertained by and support. Therefore, you can call me whatever you want, and you can make up the slander and the memes or whatever. I'm not going to buy into your garbage. I'm going to be successful on my own means by making content that doesn't hurt others or leave toxicity and garbage and just this slop on the internet. Instead, my playthroughs are still going to be there for years to come. So someone wants to see Heavy Rain from 2010. It's not harmful. And you can look at my body of work for 17 years, and you can argue that early on I was kind of extreme with the way that I did commentary, sure. But you'd be really hard-pressed to look at my content and be like, Phil made toxic, harmful content.
You did make toxic, harmful content. The Dead Space was literally toxic and harmful. Listen to the commentary, dude.
The internet to get over. He stepped on people to get where he was. He did
He did step on people. That's what the Kino Casino arc was, according to him. According to him. He purposely lied in their DMs for months, pretended to string them along. That's not stepping on them to get ahead. He baited Asmongold into having him on his own stream. That's not stepping on him? Right.
Horrible things to himself and others. No, I never did. I stepped away from that.
He only lied about his wife having a terminal disease, and he lied to PPP for months and months and months. What's the big deal, guys? You only said Ken had like a cancer-like disease or whatever the fuck he said it was. What's wrong with that? Come on. Guys, you're being a little too toxic. He just lied on behalf of his own fucking wife, you know, the person that he claims he loves.
I avoided it. I said, I refuse. So that's the difference between me and these other people. Maybe these other people would think, well, the only way I can get money or attention is to do the lobby and have a bunch of trolls in it. I'm not going to do the lobby. Fuck the trolls. I'm not going to give them anything. They don't deserve it. They didn't do shit for me. So why am I going to do them a solid or a favor?
I like how he insinuates that opening lobbies is doing it for trolls.
But then I would be the joke forever. I don't want to be the joke. You're not doing that. I want to be a serious creator. Like
you're not a serious creator. You're a piece of shit.
17 years, over 68,000 videos. That's my legacy. Not
no, your legacy is jerking
content
off.
Some mouth-drooling morons made to capitalize on the algorithm, make a buck on my back by lying about me.
Yeah, these you never capitalize on the algorithm. That never happens.
Slop that melts brains, and the people who watch it are dumb as fuck. Okay? The algorithm make a buck on my back by lying about me. That's not meaningful content. That's the slop that melts brains, and the people who watch it are dumb as fuck. Okay?
Yes,
me,
of course.
I'm going to make meaningful content that people can come back and like no matter what. Maybe actually enjoy games and have a good time. All right? That's who I aspire to be. Maybe I won't ever get there. Maybe I will. I don't know. But I'm going to keep working on it. I'm not going to give up. You know? So.
This is really silly.
The fan lobby. I love doing it. Like, I would love.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do it.
It doesn't matter how my goal for them to make more content. To their old shtick of nonsense that it does not apply anymore. Respect for the self-respect. Exactly. I need to be able to respect myself and the content that.
He doesn't respect himself. Get out of here. If he did, he wouldn't have lied on behalf of his dumb fuck wife. Okay. This may be another video. Jesus.
To break down or sell. What do
I thought we were building a chair. What happened to the chair? Huh? I don't care. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck this piece of shit. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
we do playing Arc Raiders and I do the first drop, it all arrives. It's actually now in the hallway right now. We're gonna play Arc Raiders now, all right? But tonight, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay. Let's focus on this for a hot minute. His stream title, first stream ever, Arc Raiders, and maybe set upgrades, hyping up that he may set up like his chair or whatever the fuck. He is now canceling this to do that when he said this was supposed to be like a hybrid stream. Because he can't do it in one stream, so he's gonna sacrifice that stream. Okay, that is it for this video. I really have to go. I did not plan that fucking part to be so fucking long. Oh my god. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!